like to Theo, sing it with me, bro. We'll like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros will like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros will like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros will like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bro show. What is going on, brothers? What is going on? Hope you're having a great Monday so far. I am International Passport here with Mr. Theo hosting the official Passport Bro show. Hope you are well anywhere you are around the world. Press a one in the live stream chat if you can hear me loud and clear. And you heard that beautiful voice that came from the angels. Ooh, that came from the angels up there in heaven. You hear that voice?
Your
Heavenly, right?
singing is improving. I'll say that. Yeah, you're doing better.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Who's here? Who's here? Ray Lee in the building, Theo Wife in the building, Byzantine Dream. Is that a band, Byzantine Dream? I think they're a rock band, if I'm not mistaken. It's a pretty cool name. Gregory Simmons, awesome. So, brothers, welcome to another Future Classic live stream show. Hope you're doing well anywhere around the world. You know who I am. I'm International Passport, and this is Theo Wife in the building. So, as always, please join the Patreon for more insights of foreign women, and of course, a lot more content is coming on the Patreon in terms of travel intel, in terms of countries intel, what's happening in different countries all around the world. It is coming on the Patreon, so join the Patreon, please. Book your IT consultations with me, okay? Via the kindly link below in the description box below, and of course, cop the merch too. Throughout tonight, hit the super chats, please. Hit the PayPal donations. And please be kind to Chewbacca today. Is that Chewbacca?
This is Eva.
Hello, Eva. How you doing, Eva?
Eva's crazy. Eva's always crazy. She's always crazy. Yeah. So I work on her. She's a rescue, so I got her from a family who couldn't take care of her anymore, and she's always been mentally unstable ever since. So I definitely work on her.
Wow. Eva wa totemo kawaii desu. Very cute.
Cute da yone. Cute da yone. That means she's a lunatic. That's really true. She's a little tick. So Q means crazy and key is spirit. So that means lunatic.
Awesome. So let's get straight into it, man. As you can see, bro, in the live stream title, IT jobs that want black men in Japan now. Get out the West Passport Bro show. So I am pushing Japan heavily for brothers on this channel, amongst other channels, but there's an emphasis here on Japan because it is obviously a developed economy. The women there love brothers. It has a big IT scene. You know, me and Phil, we push out IT as a solution one of the solutions for the problems in the West. Okay, IT gives you remote working options. Okay, IT gives you flexibility, travel anywhere around the world, working here, there, and of course dealing with foreign beautiful women. Okay, so Mr. Theo F, over to you, brother. So, brother, you're very well versed in the Japan sphere of influence, brother. What's the first IT job, in your opinion, that brothers need to be aware about, brother, to get into Japan?
Okay, so if you're going to do IT, one of the first jobs you can do is help desk. They definitely need foreigners for that. And they also need data center jobs. And they need beginning Python programmers, Java programmers, C. They still program in C, and Go. They definitely need those as well. React. They also need those kind of programmers. They also need within the data centers. They need entry-level cloud engineers. So, and also to tell you the truth, database engineers as well. So there are plenty of entry-level jobs that you can do. There are some places you can actually sign up or go look for those jobs, but there are jobs that are there for beginning level where you don't have to speak Japanese fluently, and they can work with you as a beginning employee.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So let's unpack that. Okay. So brother, you mentioned Python and that's an awesome language, right? So as you know, brothers, I teach Python currently to students, my current students, and I will be taking in new students in around June or July. But again, it just shows you the importance of Python as a language right now in the IT space, brothers. Okay, you do not sleep on Python, and the way I teach Python is very unique. I teach in a very special way that will get people to look at your profile, your CV, your skill set. I teach Python in a very special way that allows you to remember the Python syntax. Okay, so in regards to Python, brother, and Japan, brother, why does Japan need Python skill sets, brother? Break it down for us, bro.
They don't have enough people who are working in it, so they need apps. Um, they just need a lot of apps, and there aren't a lot of people who are studying Python. So they need more people. That's the thing. So it's generally speaking, again, that's going to come down as a general theme. They need more engineers to do the work, and they just don't have it. Now, Japan is less likely to outsource beginning level jobs to India. They do it, but not anywhere near to a level that they do here in the West. So their view is their money for labor should be spent in Japan, not someplace else. And it makes sense. So they keep those beginning level jobs. And again, there's a zillion applications for Python. They really need people who know it. So that's a great thing to do. And basically, guys, if you take IP's course, you'll be more than qualified to get that entry level job without a doubt. And if you really want to enhance yourself, you can go and get a certification on it. Now, there are various Python certs out there. It's not what IP teaches. I'm aware of that. But there are certs that you can go out there so you can say, look, I know I have the experience, I know how to code, and I also have this cert. And the Japanese will definitely respect that and say, okay, we see that you've done some work, some preparation. Now we're going to take you and work with you.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. So that's the Python aspect there. So you mentioned data science. Sorry, data center. So when I hear data center, I'm thinking big servers in a center somewhere, a lot of switches, routers, huge racks of servers like I used to back in the day. So Japan needs that. And what kind
Yeah.
of data center are you referring to, bro? Break it down for us, bro.
Usually ISP, telecoms, they're going to need it. And then bank data centers, they're going to need people as well. Bank data centers they usually have they have their normal data center, and then they have a hot, what is it called? Redundant site. I just forgot. BCP, some business continuity. So they have a redundant site someplace that will be within like 30 miles of Tokyo. So there's going to be plenty of opportunities to get jobs there. They really do need to have it. So basically, yeah. There's again, I worked at a data center, just so you guys know. So I'll give you my experience. So when I started, I worked in help desk first, and when I was doing help desk, I moved into security, but it was system security. It was Microsoft security with permissions and IAM. And I only did that. I didn't do that for that long because I hated it. So I knew I wanted to do networking. So I went to a data center after that, and I was still newbie. And basically, my salary doubled. And so I was in a data center, and I was there for 6 months. And that's what I did. So I mean, I was actually like cabling T1s, um, your normal T3s like that, your fiber underneath the street, stuff like that. I was working with teams to do that, actually setting up like frame relay connections, things like that you'd actually need for companies. And then I was doing cabling for servers, stuff, fun. I to this day, if you get me a cable, RJ45s and crimpers, I'm fine. I know all the signaling of the cables. I know how to do a twisted pair if I need to. I just go ahead and crimp it myself. So I could, I can do that as well. So I want to say, guys, those kind of jobs are definitely there. Now, the data center job that I was at, it was how much was it? Which was it? It was 60,000 a year,
Oh,
and the help desk was 30,000. It was very entry level. So basically, for an American or English person, the minimum that they can pay you a month is 250,000 yen, which is what I received there because I was really beginner. And basically speaking, that would be like 200, like $2,500 or 2,500 pound. That'd be about the same buying power. So yeah, I didn't do that long, and I went to the data center. That's where my salary increased to $5,000 a month. So that was by far better. So yeah, that's where I got into Cisco networking, switching, routers, all that kind of good stuff. Now there are plenty of guys. I had some good friends from universities who were also working in Japan, and their beginning level jobs, they were front end specialists. So this is the back in the day when Flash was a thing, right? Not HTTP5, HTML5. But they were definitely doing a lot of like cold fusion and Flash and things like that, or like beginning Photoshop for editing. Um, those kind of jobs are still there. So the front end jobs are there as well. They're about, like, I would say like $3,000, $3,500 a month for a front end job, for a beginning level front end job. Yeah, so those are just some examples. There's definitely opportunities there.
awesome, bro. Awesome. So, brother, amazing intel so far. So, brother, before I go on to even further more jobs to speak about, right? Language is very important. Do we
Mm.
need to learn Japanese to a high standard, to an intermediate level, or is English a okay, brother? Break it down for us, please.
Okay, so in Japan, as a general rule, not speaking Japanese is not a okay, and you guys need to learn Japanese. The only people who can, like, who don't need to think about Japanese are, first, U.S. military, people who work in embassies, and then what we call executioners. So brokers who work in big security companies like Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, they don't need to speak Japanese. And these are guys who make like $600,000 a year and up. They don't need to speak Japanese, so they'll be sent over from like London or New York, and they'll be transferred over to Japan. And those guys don't speak in Japanese; they don't even care. Well, they're multimillionaires, so for them, no Japanese. For you, the normal person, um, you don't have to get Japanese for the starting job. That's true. But if you want to do any advancement, you need to get Japanese. And for the long term, remember, you can get replaced by another foreigner who does speak Japanese. So learn your Japanese. Even though you get in the door, it doesn't mean that you can stop improving. You don't have to continue to improve yourself. You really do need to improve yourself. And that means you need to learn Japanese, essentially.
Awesome. Awesome, bro. Awesome. So, brother, so now, okay, so data center, help desk, okay, Python. What other jobs right now can brothers get themselves in Japan right now, brother? Break it down for me, bro.
So you can do recruiting. There's always a need for recruiters in Japan. So that's definitely an option. There's plenty of recruiting companies in Japan that specialize only for Westerners, and you can actually do that. So yeah, it's not a problem. Um, Also, you could if it matters who you are. So if you're a cook, for example, let's say that you're really good in making a certain kind of dish, like a certain kind of genre of dish. So like Haitian food, Jamaican food, something like that, soul food from New Orleans. You can definitely become a cook in Japan,
Hmm.
and you can survive there doing that. It won't be glorious, but you can do it. Um, Other jobs that they have, which they don't pay so well, but they are entry, are, for example, musician. They definitely need those kind of things. But if you want to make, if you want to actually make money to actually do something, and you don't want to be an English teacher, then IT is where you really need to focus, because there's a lot of jobs in IT. So go there and you'll be fine.
I'm actually looking at a job site right now, and there are a lot of jobs in IT, brother. And it says here English is mandatory, which is I know English, you know English, brothers know English. So it appears that the market for IT is picking up in Japan. So if you listen to me and Theo over the past year or so, last year, if you book your consultation, if you join my Python course, if you join Theo's AWS course, you might find yourself in Japan this year or out of America this year. This is what we're saying, brothers. Time waits for no man. Go out there and get it, bruv. Okay?
Mm,
Go out there and get it. Build that
mm.
skill set up. Get those certs. Listen to what me and Theo will tell you to do, and you will find yourself out there living the life you want to live. Ain't that right, Theo, bruv?
Yeah, that's really true, especially if you put in the work. And that's I can't emphasize that enough, guys. You need to put in the work. You need to be about it. So when I was working in the data center, I was I dating anyone? No, I wasn't dating anybody in the beginning of the data center. I was dating someone at the end of the data center. I remember that. But I wasn't. It just happened. So it wasn't what I was trying to do. But I did date someone. Um, my point is that I was always about my career. I was always about studying. So I decided to do Cisco. And when I was at the desk, I'm going to show you some of the books I did. I still have these. So network design and case studies for the CCIE. This is one of my books that I had on my desk when I was a beginning data center guy. And this is another one. This is a phenomenal book by Jeff Doyle. This is routing TCP/IP. My knowledge of TCP/IP mainly comes from this book. It's fantastic. So I was sitting there studying all the time for my certs, and Japan really rewards certs a lot, not lower level certs. We're talking entry they like, but the more advanced certs you get, the more they respect you. So there are so many opportunities if you could get certs and you put in the work, and that's exactly what I did. So again, if you get, like, for example, if you do your Python, which I suspect I think you should do, you have a portfolio on GitHub, you have examples of your code, you can actually explain it, but then also you have like interaction with the cloud. You are able to do some, back end with databases. You can do something with infrastructure, things like that. That's going to get you much further down the road than only doing like Python and just doing what you're told to do. So, guys, I say really emphasize on putting the time in, and you can actually be very successful in Japan.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. All right. So, okay. So let me do super chats real quick. Shout out to Blue Color for the support. Appreciate you, bro. Mr. Theo, do you have an age limit for teaching or mentoring your students? Break it down for us, Theo.
Well, my requirement is that you have to be black and you have to have a pulse. So if you're dead, you also have to be a man. That's the other thing too. I don't, and You can't be a liberal. You have to be a conservative. So I do that. I do that screen as well. So as if you're not dead, you should be fine. Yeah. So I do check your pulse though. Do you have a pulse like this there? Okay, your heart is beating. You should be okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Theo. Next one, shout out to Black Hawk 72 for the support. What's the cost of living like in Japan? Can America's own land? Interesting.
It's okay. Buying land in Japan is extremely difficult to do. So it's not for the faint of heart. Don't think that you're going to put 20% down and get something. That's really not the way it works there. You really need to establish yourself to get to buy land there for real. That's what we're talking about as the metropolitan areas. Now, if you want to go out in the boonies, where I don't know, like who's living over there. I don't know who that is. Sure, you could buy a house. Look, we see that $30,000, $40,000. You can buy a house in Japan. Yes, that's true. You can, but you could be out in the middle of nowhere. But I mean, if you want to, go ahead. That's something. That's an option that you have. But if you're talking about metropolitan area, which is where I usually am, you can have a little bit more difficulty buying that house and getting a mortgage. It's going to be very difficult. So you should be focusing more on how to get to like 15,000. Sorry, get to 15 million yen a year. That would be much more like beneficial. Go for that. Then start thinking about land.
Awesome, bro. Awesome. Shout out to Mr. Fast Arts and Design. Is there any possible way to get a Japanese visa if you don't have a bachelor's degree?
If you're an American or an Englishman without a bachelor's degree, your only way of doing it is a marriage visa. Now, you can go to the Japan embassy. They also have the immigration has a homepage, and they list other categories, and you can employ a hope strategy to try to get a visa through another method. Good luck with that, because immigration don't play around. So, for example, if you are trying to buy a Japanese company and you are employing Japanese people, then maybe you can get a visa. So we're talking like you're a multimillionaire. But unless you're doing something like that, nah, man, you're not getting the visa. No. You have got to have a bachelor's degree.
Awesome. Thank you, Theo. Shout out to the Frank for the support. Are Indians still exclusive in hiring Japan? Oh, are you referring to Indians only hiring on other Indians only for jobs, which is illegal and discriminatory? Is that happening in Japan for you?
I don't know what he's talking about, because like the Japanese are a megalith. Like you're going up against a Japanese. So anything that Japanese like Indians would do would be very small. So we need a clarification on the question. Like I'll watch. So no, they're Indians there. I interviewed at Accenture Japan and a whole bunch of dudes laughing at me. It was really rude. That's there. Yes, I know that they're Indians there, but being exclusive is almost impossible. I don't know what situation you had there, because I didn't work at Accenture Japan, but I had colleagues who were there, and I didn't have any issues with them. And I know plenty of Black men who work at Accenture. So I don't know your situation. That's all I can say.
Theo, I think we got to actually touch upon this, right? Because the some practices, right, that Indians do that I don't mess with, brother. So in the UK, right, for example, right, an Indian person will work at, let's say, KFC or let's say at a IT company, right, a small IT company, right. He becomes manager, Theo, okay, and then he has the power to hire people when he becomes a manager or recommend or I want a person for a job. But I have seen it myself personally, right? It doesn't matter how smart the black person is or the white person is or, the other Asian groups are or whatever Arab that person is, right? If there's an Indian interviewing amongst those groups of people, the Indian person always hires the Indian, bro. I've seen it myself many times in the UK, brother. So
Mm.
we can't have Indians do that in Japan, bro. Because, brother, I am sick and tired of how they do things, bro. I'll keep it real with you, brother.
So
You can't be hiring your own people because they're Indian. It's not right, bro. But brother, sorry for you. And they do it all the time in California, in Silicon Valley, in Facebook, in Google. Makes me sick, bro.
yeah, it does make me sick too. So one of my white managers lost his job because the CISO was Indian, and the CISO came in and fired all the non-Indians and then hired Indians. And I got fired as well as my manager. And my manager took me over to the side and said, for the longest of time, I thought that black people were joking and being like over the top about racism in America. And this is the first time I've experienced it. I know what you're talking about now. I was like, yep, this is it. You notice I'm not complaining. I'm just moving on. And he was really, really angry over this. Um, I would say in Japan, you doing that's not going to work because this is what's going to happen. So the Japanese government wants Japanese people to work, especially Japanese men. So if they're in a situation where they see that Japanese men aren't being hired normally, they're going to start looking at it. And then eventually something will happen. So people's visas won't be renewed, or there'll be a little conversation, things like that. So, for example, I'm sure Accenture Japan, all the top people are Japanese men. I'm pretty sure about that. I know at Ernst and Young, that's what it was like as well. That all the top people were Japanese men. So the government would just have a little conversation and say, "Hey, what's going on?" And they'd actually have to communicate why is it that there's only Indians being hired, and that stuff would stop real quick. So I'm sure the government would take care of that, to be honest.
I mean, do you know what I feel right now? This obviously this is quite shocking to say, feel very shocking, right? But I remember back then, right, when I was interviewing for jobs in the UK in IT, right, I would always hope that an Indian person was not the person that was interviewing me, or had the decision to hire me or not hire me, brother. Because I know how they get down. I was just hoping, please do not let the person be Indian. No Indian,
Mm.
no Indian, no Indian. Because, right, and brother, for your other black men can attest this, brother. They will throw hard questions at you. They won't interview you properly, even by themselves or in a group of people. And if you're hiring, so if you're an Indian person, brother, are going for the same job, and the person, right, okay, that is hiring for that job is Indian, even though you're better than the Indian person, he or she will pick the Indian, brother. Brother, I am
Yep.
sick of those practices, brother. I'm sick of it, bro. That's racist. You can't be
Yeah,
doing that, brother.
yeah, I'm pretty sick of it as well. So I mean, yeah, I would really hope that the government comes in and starts doing stuff, because it's an issue. So it's gotten to the point that I won't even submit resumes to Indian recruiters. I'm like, I'm not dealing with you. So I always tell my students that they need to use the Indian recruiters for job prep, because they come at you with such hard questions. You can definitely like learn how to interview with the Indians. You'll be happy to get a Westerner interviewer at that point. But yeah, there's a lot of unfair practices that they're doing. They'll look for something that is non-related to the job at all, some
Mm,
rare little point, and say, you don't know this one little point, so we're not going to hire you. And I'm like, well, did you tell your friend that that point is there and that's why you're going to hire him? Because who the hell are you? This is not correct. The way you're supposed to do an interview is you're supposed to have a conversation, and then you're supposed to be looking at thinking and process, and whether or not you can actually fit into a system. not do you know one little point that you can Google real quick or that you don't really use all the time that's really not so relevant. That's some BS. Oh, I'm not happy with them at all. It's part of the
Mm.
reason why I'm teaching these guys because, as I said, I would definitely be working. I would rather be working with black men in the office than you know another group that is out to remove my job and bring his cousin in.
Yep. Brother, it happens all the time, brother. I'm hearing stories, brother. Even white people are complaining already as to how they're working an Indian team, and the Indian team is clearly not playing ball, keeping information away from the white person, or being making up BS lies about them, not doing their job properly, and they all gang up against that person, and he gets fired to bring an Indian person in, brother. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
brother, that's not flying, bro. I'm sick of it, brother. I am
Mm-hmm.
sick of how, brother, they do it in the UK, in America, in Canada, they do it in New Zealand, brother. How are governments not clamping down on this clear BS, bruv? I mean, come
Yeah,
on, bruv.
they keep on introducing the visa for it. So this is the first time that I've actually been kind of anti-visa in the States. In Japan, of course, I'm a foreigner in Japan, but so is the Indian. Um, so you would think that we're on the same side, not necessarily. That's an issue. They're not. It's not the way it is. Whereas, like the British and the Americans are definitely on the same side in Japan. So are the French and the Germans. We're like, yeah, we're the same group. We understand. We're not going to fight with each other. We got it. We understand because we're trying to get jobs from the Japanese. So we're gonna work together, right? But we also hire Japanese people, right? We work with them. We're in the same groups as them. We understand that a Japanese person could have this job, so we're going to be appreciative of it and also work with Japanese to make sure Japanese have jobs too. Um, that other country doesn't think that way. No, no, it's only them.
Mm,
So yeah, this is why. It's, I have issues. I definitely have issues here.
big time, bro. And something better be done, or I swear down, things are gonna pop off, man. Because I'm tired of how they do things, bro. And it's very prevalent in the UK too. KFC, McDonald's, IT, F that shit, bruv. Shout out to Blue Collar for the support. My son is 14 and has hard coding, and has had coding. I think the earlier he learns, the better. So he can be prepared and have options for the future. Absolutely, brother. Good dad. Well done, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
Yeah, that's what I did with my dad too. So you gotta the earlier it is, make sure he has his own computer, make sure he's doing his own programming. Like if he's doing Python programming right now, this would be great. He's going to be flying through.
Mm,
University is going to be a great experience for him. He'll probably get a scholarship too, especially in the States. Being a competent black man in computer science usually will get you a scholarship. So
mm.
tell him to nerd that thing out. Keep on studying.
Thanks, man. And that's how geniuses are made, and that's how people who are inventors are made as well. People who create products. The earlier they start doing something, the better they become at it over time. Like Lionel Messi playing football very, very young. Bill Gates programming when he was very young, and they
Mhm.
start to formulate their own ideas. We need that in the black male space, bro. We need our own Google, our own Facebook, our own Apple, our own Teslas. But it starts from us raising our kids to have that intellect very, very young. So when they grow up, go through puberty, university, get their job or whatever, they can formulate such ideas, man. Brothers, we can't play any games, brothers, man. We can't. It's not a game anymore, brothers. Ain't a flipping game.
Mm.
Because I'm tired of us being at the bottom, bruv. It makes me flipping angry, bruv.
Mm.
Okay. Awesome. So now, any other jobs that you want to talk about, brother, in regards to what we can do in Japan to get there very quickly.
Well, I mean, you can't work at a convenience store. I just want to say that. I'm sure some people are like, what about convenience store? You can't because they don't pay enough on a monthly basis. But you can work at a convenience store if you're a Canadian, Australian, and New Zealander. You can do that on a holiday visa. But I don't know why you would do a holiday visa to work at a convenience store in Tokyo. I don't get that. Other ones, there's not really any other places where they need foreigners so much. But IT, they're always going to need foreigners. Um, So again, finance, accounting, they need people. Yeah. Compliance, but all of this stuff is not. These points are beginner. So the places I've always seen people, foreigners work in the beginning is IT and recruiting, and also English teaching. Yeah, they always get jobs there. You could do construction if you really want to, but then you're competing against Africans. So do you really want to do that? You are a Westerner, so why would you do that? Doesn't make sense.
So you're saying Africans in Japan are dominating the construction scene?
In terms of extra labor, there's a lot of them, yes, but it's not, again, okay. So the rule for English and Americans is that you have to pay $2,500 a month. That's by law, so you can't pay them less than that. But Africans can receive less than that. So if you want to live in Tokyo for like $1,500 a month doing construction, I don't know why you would do that, but you could, but that'd be kind of a hard life. Just saying. Don't do that, guys.
Awesome. Yes, indeed, Michael Hayden. Yes, indeed, it's looking that way because Biden won't clamp down on the abuse of these visas, and we need him as well in the UK too to clamp down on people coming in here, okay, and then only uplifting their own people at the expense of English people and UK people. I'm tired of it, brothers. All right, either they play ball or we restrict those visas. I don't care anymore, brothers, because it's our lives here at stake. You know, it's our careers, our lives here at stake. You know, don't come up here playing. No, I'm hiring my cousin, my brother, my own kinfolk, blah blah blah, and the whole team's all Indian. No, this ain't family matters, bruv. This ain't the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, bruv. This real life, motherfucker. Sorry, bro. This real life, motherfucker.
You're actually becoming emotional. Oh my goodness. Hey, look, this is International Passports podcast, so we have to keep it clean, all right? I don't know who you
PG.
are. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. You remember the rules. So you remember what's going on. I would say, to tell you the truth again, guys, you guys know I do not like a certain candidate. I really don't like him at all. Like, it's very big. But he is, again, stating he will clamp down on immigration and he will do big damage to H1B1, which is what I agree needs to be done. So he's getting closer and closer to getting my vote. But if I vote for him, I mean, I better have a bucket right next to me in the voting booth. I'm gonna puke afterwards. But yeah, I just say I'm having a problem with Biden. I'm just kind of like, yo, bro, you've gone too far.
Facts, man. I'm not saying don't be kind, but at some point, that kindness there's got to be a limit to kindness, in my opinion, or else people are gonna use you, override you, and just play around, bruv. And I'm not flat. That's not fine with me, bruv.
Well, look at California. We got people going into stores and just taking stuff, and they got entire streets where the capital is lost because the companies have to take everything out, and the price of the land is decreasing. I'm like, what the hell? What's going on? What the heck? You come into my house and try to do that? I got something to teach you. This is Texas. I'll teach you something. Yeah, you don't do that here. So I think we need a little bit more structure. That's all. And we need to have more time to get Black men into IT and to educate our own people and to put them into the right positions. As it is right now, I think we have plenty of people. We don't need it anymore. We have a declining birth rate right now. It's 1.6. We need to be working on that kind of stuff, make it possible for us to have children, not bring in immigrants all
the time. Last point here on this Indian topic, right? It's funny you mentioned that, brother, because guess what, right? On the bus the other day, right? there was two white men on the bus. I remember on the other day, and they were complaining as to how Indian people only hire other Indians within the fast food industry. So even white men are complaining out loud. They were saying it out loud. I heard them. Like, what they do, they hire their cousin, their auntie, then their friends, and it's all Indian. And they said that that's not fair, bruv. And I agree. I agree with those white men. You can't be doing that, bruv. You know. So
Yeah.
even white people are noticing, but black people, we've been saying that for a long time, bruv. Chinese, Indians, they play that game. In tech, in California, in Facebook, in Google. We've been saying that. Now white people are complaining. Now we've been saying that,
Mm,
bruv.
yeah. I would just say one of the problems with that is just to stop immigration to some degree. I think we got to do to some not okay H-1B1 or like worker visas to be restricted. Marriage visas, yes, if you're married to someone, bring them over. Family members, just bring them over. But in terms of workers, no, it is specifically because of that, because they're abusing the system. So yeah, I agree with you, IP. We got to do something. I couldn't believe that. Like, so it is a little bit harder to get a job as a foreigner in Japan, and then to come back to my own country, and it's harder because I'm not Indian. I'm like, what? What kind of what is this Twilight Zone? You got to be joking me. But this is the situation, and I'm like, so this is why you don't want. See, I think the Japanese are correct to keep the beginning level jobs in their country, because then you have a path to get to that senior level position, right? But
Mm,
if your beginning level jobs are outsourced, in 20 years, your middle and senior positions are going to come from that country. So you need to keep the beginning jobs here. And there are plenty of people who need those jobs. So why not keep them here? It just makes sense to do it that way.
and feel right. That's why I have a lot of respect for the Japanese way of things and their way of life, feel, and the
Mm.
fact that they put their people first. And there's nothing wrong with putting the country of your people first. So America should put Americans first. England should put English people first. Japan should put Japanese people first. And ain't nothing wrong with that, bruv. You're
Mm.
born in that country. You are a citizen of that country. You pay taxes in that country. You goddamn right. The country best be putting you first, bruv. And that's why I rock heavy with the Japanese way of life, bruv. Because hold
Mm.
on, feels right. So I have met Japanese people, right? Okay, who are coming out of university, and they always tell me, right, you know, I will start working at this company next year or next month. They always seem to be employed. But you come to the UK, we have a bunch of college graduates, right, university graduates, right, who ain't got a job, who can't get a job. But Japanese college graduates always have a job as soon as they graduate. Japanese society takes care of their people, and I respect them for that. So when will America, when will England, when will the UK, right, start manning up and look after their own people, bruv? I'm sick
I
of it.
I I don't know. They don't care. This is another thing that I really agree. I agree with you. They don't care about the people. It's just they care about the companies and the banks. They're really not caring about the people, and that means you get people who don't have an opportunity for employment, and then they become poorer and poorer. And this is a big issue. I don't like what's going on at all, to be honest. So like I'm reading some of the things in the chat. People are saying it was easier for me to get an IT job in Tokyo than it was in America. And I always think like, why is that? Like, why would that have been true? And that shouldn't be true. Again, it was easier for me to buy land in Tokyo. It was also easier, but remember, that's because I went with their system. Um, it was easier for me to get married, of course. I understand the accounting practices, the accounting law, the taxation. I understand all of it. In Japanese, it's simple. You do the stuff in the West, and it's like, are you guys joking? Like, what's going on? Who are you? I don't get it. It just makes it's a joke. So we're having rants about the West, but this is something I got that's really frustrating. And again, Japan doesn't have these issues.
Awesome, bro. Shout out to Mr. Brandon Perry for the support. When is the next class? Me and my brother want to go through. So next class for my Python course is either June or July, bro. I'm currently teaching my current students, and my new students, where I'll be opening up signups, will either be June or July, bro. Shout out to Mr. Duck Dissident for the support. Thank you, bro. Duck. Appreciate you, bro. Much appreciated, brother. So before we react to some clips, right, we got 15 more minutes to actually break down, um, you know, life in Japan. Okay, so obviously, brother, right, the dream is to work IT in Japan for many brothers, right? But obviously, brother, that comes with dating Japanese chicks. So my question to you, Theo, is, how much money do Japanese women want the man they're considering to be earning per year, brother? Keep it 100
Okay,
with me, bro.
so I'll just be totally honest with this one. So, um, again, you guys got to think about this in terms of yen. You're not thinking about this in terms of dollars, unless your job is from you're working remotely. Then you can do the exchange rate. But if you're making money locally, you need to be thinking about the yen locally. So you need, I would say, honestly, you need to be making a minimum of 6 million yen a year. It's not hard to get to there. You can even get beginning jobs that do it. Doing English teaching is hard to get to 6 million. It's possible, but it's hard to get there. If you want to get serious about a woman, you need to make 8 million. And realistically speaking, if you want to get married, you need to get 10 million yen a year, unless
Hold
you
on,
knock
Theo.
her up.
So 10 million a year is $100K per year,
Yeah,
right, brother?
yeah,
Flipping heck, bruv. Is that possible for a brother in Japan?
yeah. I did it. I did it when I was 28 years old. So
Damn.
when I was 28 years old, I went from 8.5 million a year to 12 million yen a year. So you got to specialize. So I got my CISSP. I did it. That's how I did it. So for the guys who are in the chat, I gotta say this real quick. So the way of doing, okay, practically speaking, the way of thinking about the exchange rate is you use 100 yen to the dollar, and then you get a number which is commensurate with the buying power of the yen in Japan. So if I say 12 million yen, that actually means $120,000 a year. If you're thinking about, again, like say like London, I would say like I need 120,000 pound a year, or if I wanted to get married, or the United States, $120,000. 120,000 pound or $120,000 has about the same buying power in each one of the countries. So in Japan, 12 million yen has about the same buying power of 120,000 pound, for example, in London. So you need to think about the purchase power parity, and not the exchange rate. That's how we do it in Japan. So do it that way, you'll be fine.
Okay, awesome, brother. Awesome. So the goal is to eventually earn 100K plus as a black man and passport bro in Japan, which is very possible if you
Yeah,
follow what me and Theo tell you to do. Awesome, brother. Awesome.
yeah. I had a lot of Western friends who were making 15 million yen a year. That was very normal. I'm going back to Japan. My contract is 25 million yen a year.
Damn.
So I'm just saying, you guys, this isn't hard to do. It's like aim high, don't aim low. If you aim low, you're gonna get low responses. If you aim high, you're gonna date some fly chicas. I'm just saying, there's some babes out there. So, and they basically say like you need to have enough money to be able to go to restaurants, and it is something you have to pay for. So I mean, it's going to be like 30,000 yen a weekend minimum to date. But the women you're going to be dealing with are gorgeous. So I would, it's worth it. Pay the price, you'll be fine.
Wow. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. So it sounded like earning that money today, high flying Japanese chicks, is definitely within the reach of the black man. Awesome feel.
Hmm.
So now, obviously, Baba, working in Japan is great. Okay. Now, my question for you, brother, okay,
Hmm.
is Japanese companies, foreign companies. Okay, so we know the Japanese work culture um, could be intense. Okay, can be intense. I've heard that many years ago. Not sure where it is right now.
Hmm.
And also, obviously, you also have foreign companies in Japan too. Do we aim for both? Do we aim for one or the other over the other? Breaking that for us, bro.
Aim for any of them, anyone who's going to hire you.
Mm,
But to be honest with you, let's keep it a stack because you want to be honest. The international company is going to hire you much more quickly than the Japanese company will.
mm,
So there's plenty of international companies that want you because it primarily you speak English. So they're going to go for that. So, for example, when I got my first job at Deutsche Bank, um, I got hired mainly. I was an MCSE at the time, so a Microsoft Certified Systems Engineer. They thought that was cute, but they hired me mainly because I was fluent in Japanese. So they were like, "Great, so you could actually do help desk, and you don't know much about Microsoft, but you can actually talk to a customer and not sound like an idiot." So that was it. They're like, "You speak in English, so we can talk to you. You can talk to Japanese customers. We really like that." So that's how I got my first job. I knew plenty of guys who were programmers, didn't speak a word of Japanese. All they did was scripting. That was it. Back in that day, it was Perl. So they were Perl scripters. They were just, that's all they did day in, day and night. Um, I'm just saying, like, you don't have to have the language, but it's something that's a big plus. There's definitely entry level jobs. You can get them. You just have to keep on working after that.
awesome, brother. So, last question for me, and I'm sure you have a closing statement before we start reacting to some clips this week. So working there is great. Now we also have to just integrating in Japanese society. Um, how best do we do so as black men? How would we integrate there, brother? You know, for obviously the best chance for success, for respecting their laws. Break it down for me, Theo.
The first thing you need to do, guys, is speak Japanese. Yeah, that's it. So when you are actually able to read their signs and read their menus and things like that, things become a lot easier. The next thing you need to do is copy how Japanese people act. So, for example, when Japanese people are sick, a lot of them will have a face mask on the train because they don't want to infect other people. You need to do that. Um, if Japanese people, like when they get on, like they use the escalator, they all form a line. They don't talk on the trains, things like that. You just need to follow what the Japanese are doing. As long as you do that, you will have plenty of opportunity. You will actually be accepted into their culture. But that would be the big thing, guys. You need to follow the Japanese and what they're doing. Um, don't be obnoxious outside. Don't be loud. Don't be violent. Without a doubt, do not do that. Um, but just be kind and kind of, smiling, strong, but smiling, positive, and try to figure out a solution that works for everybody. They're going to really like you and they'll give you plenty of jobs. So that's your opportunity, guys. There is a crypto market in Japan. I like my crypto there. Um, there's plenty of places for you to invest. I would say also go into crypto if you can.
Is that buying crypto Japanese centric coins or working within the crypto industry in Japan?
Both.
Okay.
You could buy Bitcoin there. You can buy Dogecoin. You can buy everything you want. Um, go for it. There's definitely opportunities.
Awesome, bro. Bro, we waiting for this crypto bull to pop off, man. When is it? Itsu. When will it happen, man? Itsu deska. Come on, man. When it's gonna pop off, man? We're waiting on you, crypto. When is the bull run? Oh, damn. It's taking
Well,
longer than a mouthful right here, bro.
well, they got I mean, it went up. It went to above 70,000. That's why I cashed out.
Hmm.
Right. So, I mean, people were saying that there was going to be a halving and it's going to come back. I said no. I don't think there's going to be one. So that's when I saw it go to a certain point. Boom, I did the execution. Because it didn't happen last time. I was like, probably not going to happen again. It will. My view is that Bitcoin. Again, this is my opinion. I'm not a certified trader. Just so you know, I'm just an individual. My view is that it's going to, in the next administration, it's going to go down to about 20,000, and that's going to go back up to about 80,000. But it's going to be 3 or 4 years. This is my opinion. I'm not. Other people think differently. I'm just saying that's what my opinion is.
What about at the end of this year? Obviously, when the elections happen, brother. People are saying that that's when the bull run might kick in big time. What's your thoughts there in regards to the transition with Biden stays or Trump comes in? Will crypto move heavily or?
I think the one who proposes the most spending, government spending, will have the greater impact on crypto. So
Okay.
the more government irresponsible government spending, the greater crypto is going to become.
Okay, bro. Hey, we as bros need that, bruv. We need this crypto stuff, man. Shout out to Mr. Raul Black for the support. Thank you, brother. The Crypto Rue podcast. Shout out to Raul. Respect to IP and Theo, just showing some support. Thank you for the kind words and the support, brother. Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. Awesome, awesome. So, okay, that is the first half of this stream. Okay. Yeah, Bitcoin went up today, but that's still the bull run. When Bitcoin hits 90K, 80K, and when it dips, right, and when other coins start moving, such as Ethereum, Solana, BNB, ADA, when other coins that are not Bitcoin start moving, we are officially in the bull run. Okay, so essentially, right, so we need Bitcoin's dominance to go down a bit. Okay, once the Bitcoin dominance actually stops, okay, so obviously Bitcoin I think dominates around, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's 70% of the market. We need Bitcoin to go underneath 50%, then we are in the bull run. Okay, I need that, bruv, because I'm trying to get out of this flipping matrix. Shout out to Baba Tudor Lawyer for the support. Hey Theo, I'm considering taking your AWS course in September, but the time difference for me is a worry. How long is the course for, and what time of the day? By the way, Theo.
Well, it's 8 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday and Friday, and 3 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. That's how it is. So I teach the same course 3 times. That's how it works.
Awesome.
And remember, when I'm in Japan, I'll be teaching at the same time. So I'm essentially be in the same time zone as you. So I'm not going to have any mercy. So it's how it is. So I mean, if I could wake up and teach the class from Japan, then you can do the same thing.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, Theo. All right, let's start writing some clips from this week. Okay, we have some very interesting content to go through. All right, present video file. Okay, and okay, so let's react to. Let's see here. I want to react to this clip over here. Very, very interesting clip, Theo. Okay, so I want to know your thoughts on this one.
Sure.
I went on a date with this guy. Okay, I am the problem. I went on a date with this guy and he was like, it's getting late. Do you want to come back to my place? And I was like, sure, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like, that's not happening. And he was like, that's totally fine. Just come over. And I was like, cool. So I go to his place. He respects my wishes. He's so nice. He cuddles me all night. And I'm like, are you gay? Like, what? And like, I just wanted him to like try, and then for me to be like, no, you know what I mean? I wasn't gonna sleep with him. But I just now I feel ugly. This is what.
Wow. Brothers, I want to make it very clear here, right? Western women are dangerous, bruv. They are extremely dangerous, okay? The guy she was seeing or went on a date with respected her wishes, which is good, which is great, okay? Which is fantastic, right? Now, she's saying something different. She wanted him to try it on so she could say no and play around with him. No, that's not the bro. That is how dudes get caught up. That is how dudes get jammed up. They can't get their passports. They're going to be in a jail cell for the next flipping decade. Please don't date these Western chicks. We keep telling y'all these women will ruin you. Okay, and this woman here is an example of the BS that they put men through in the West right now. Break it down for us, Theo, bro. I'm fuming right now, bro.
You really want my opinion on this? Are you sure?
Please, but obviously
Okay.
keeping it coded.
Okay, so the guy should never have invited her over in the first place. It was a dangerous situation for him. He didn't know her sufficiently. She could have given him an essay assault allegation an essay charge allegation, and then he could have gone to jail and have his life destroyed. And this woman is obviously just playing around. Guys, do not have her come over. I always say, you're not bringing over. She's not coming to your crib. She is the predator looking for prey. Do not bring her over. Okay. Now, in Japan, there's a little thing you guys need to know about. There's something called like the last train. As you guys know, some of you know, or IP knows. In Japan, there's a time which the trains stop moving, stop working. And basically, if your girl is at your place when the trains stop, it is expected that she's going to put out for you that night. And that's common, and it's been on dramas. I've seen it I don't know how many times in Japan. This is very, very normal. So a lot of times, if the girl's over at your place for dinner and she's like cuddling you or anything, and she says that she missed the last train, it's because she wants you to be her boyfriend, and she's expecting you to put out that night. That's how things work. Just saying, that's Japan. It's very different from the situation. So if this guy had dated a Japanese woman, he would be in a relationship right now, and he'd be very, happy, sexually satisfied.
Damn. See, brothers. This is why. Please stop dating Western women. Don't kiss them. Don't smash them. Try and avoid eye contact with them. We need to be very careful around them. Okay. Y'all want to travel. Y'all want to meet foreign chicks. Y'all want to work remotely, right, in IT. So to do that, right, you must avoid Western women. Can you do that, please? Is that very hard to do so? It should be easy. Very easy. Okay. Avoid them, brothers. Okay. She is an example of what is going on in the West right now with women. They don't know what they want. Okay.
Well,
And go on, bro.
I think they've been this way for a long time. It's just that we now get to see this because they're making all these TikToks and YouTube videos, and they're telling on themselves. So this was confusing for me even when I was, in the 80s and earlier. What are they really saying? Now we get to see what they're saying. Now we get to see the cuckoo that they're doing. So of course you avoid them because they're dangerous. You can't have that. That's how you get an essay allegation against you. So stay the heck away from them for your own protection. Ugh.
Yes, indeed. Brother, stay away and get your passports. One more thing, right? This is why I love the internet. Okay. The internet is probably top 10 greatest invention ever in the history of mankind. Okay. The internet has allowed us to see the true nature of woman unfiltered, right? No covering, no cap, no bottle cap, unfiltered. Okay, so you can see in 4K, in 2K, in HD, in SD, whatever format you watch your videos in, how Western women are in the right field.
Yeah, exactly. You get to see how they really act. You get to see what they're actually doing. And I mean, guys, do you want to date this? I mean, look at this is the stupidity of it. She's actually kind of cute. She actually looks like girlfriend material. And then look at how she acts. You can't date that. You can't deal with that, guys. That's a problem. Why do you want to deal with something? Why go out with a Japanese girl? She's looking at, 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. The last train. She's looking at you like, when you gonna do me? What? Which one do you want?
The Japanese chick, get your passport, get your passport, let's get your passports, please get your passports. Facts.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one to react to, got super chat here. Shout out to Mr. Guy Incognito. Great name, bro. Hello, Theo. Hello, IP. I have nearly 20 years of IT QA experience, quality assurance, if I'm not mistaken. How much USD per year after when I get my first cloud job? Break it down for us, Theo.
It's hard to tell you, man. It matters what you're doing and how you actually market yourself. If you're certified and you're actually doing some work, I mean, you should be able to get 120,000. But I don't know exactly. So you're doing IT QA. So are you actually doing DevOps? You don't have to do cloud for DevOps. You can do it in the normal um, data center. So what exactly are you doing? If you're able to combine it and do, QA with cloud and do some sort of combination, that's when you get into a specialty and you start making a lot more money. So, guy, if you've been doing 20 years, I'd expect you to know what the market and what you can do and what you can get.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. Shout out to Mr. Freeview Fix It for the support. I'm convinced with Japan, I can teach passport bros how to trade crypto. Add me to the list IP. Awesome, brother. I think you messaged me this week. Let's touch base, brother. This week, or was it yet? Last week? Sorry. And let's see how you can share your insight into crypto for brothers, man, and maybe set up a stream in the future. Thank you, Freeview Fix It. Appreciate you, bro. Awesome. So,
Can I
go on,
hold on?
bro.
I need to say something. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm looking at the chat. Okay, Nampa, guys, Nampa is to pick up a girl. So I'm really good at Nampa. Well, I can do that on command. So if you you're like basically cold approach, getting her number and getting the date. That's Nampa. If she's at your house at the train stop, what you're going to be doing is H-E. That's how they say it, H-E. I'm not going to explain what H-E is right now, but that's what it is. You're doing H-E, okay? H-E. So that's how
Flipping heck. Awesome, bruv. Awesome.
I can't believe what they're saying. I'm like looking at it, I'm like, no, man, you got that wrong, man. That's you gotta get that right. Because you could be really good at Nampa. It doesn't mean you're getting any, but HE is a little different.
I remember namping a chick last year, right? Getting a number and taking her on a coffee date, but the same day I met her, bro. Please, Lord, take me back to Japan tomorrow, man. I miss that place. Oh my gosh, paradise. Paradise. Oh, bruv, I miss it every day, bruv.
It's so easy
Soon
to
come.
Nampa there. You can just
So
Nampa
easy.
at will. Yeah. Just boom, Nampa. Another one, boom. It's you get good at it. You're like, wow, this is like so easy. It's like fish in a barrel. Except the fish are jumping up into your hands. Like all you have to do is some small things and you're boom, you're in there. So again, we'll teach you a little bit more about how to actually do this in Japan. But one of the things is you have to have a job. You can't Nampa without a job. Forget it. You know, IP here, he has a job. He's professional. Got to have a business card. That's one of the big things if you that goes far. And you need to be speaking some Japanese. So IP is speaking enough to actually do some Nampa in Tokyo. The more you do, if you get the higher level babes you get. So yeah, I can go into a bar to the sexiest Japanese girl there and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna nampal you right now. Boom, got it.
Thanks, bro. Hey, Theo, I'm looking forward to hearing your adventures in Japan, brother, when you meet back out there, bro. It's gonna be legendary. All right, so let's react to this clip. Okay, so here it is.
It does.
Does height matter?
We got English Becky over here from my neck of the woods. Hold on. Let me move this over here. Take a look at English chicks.
Does height matter?
Yeah, it does. Basically, in our flat now, we've marked where 6 foot is. So if ever me or my flatmates, I'm not joking, bring boys back, we measure them. And so far, they've all lied. This one guy said 6 foot and he was 5'10". Other guy said 6 foot, he was 5'11". But they just lie. So now, if they lie, they're out straight away.
What happens if they fail the test?
They go. They're sent out. I'm not joking, yeah. It's horrible, but I'm sorry. Like, life isn't fair. Women have to put up with a lot. So them being short is like something that they can have.
Wow. One more time for the culture.
Does height matter?
Yeah, it does. Basically, in our flat now, we've marked where 6 foot is. So if ever me or my flatmates, I'm not joking, bring boys back, we measure them. And so far, they've all lied. This one guy said 6 foot and he was 5'10". Other guy said 6 foot, he was 5'11". But they just lie. So now, if they lie, they're out straight away.
What happens if they fail the test?
They go. They're sent out. I'm not joking, yeah. It's horrible, but I'm sorry. Like, life isn't fair. Women have to put up with a lot. So them being short is like something that they can have.
Wow. Over to you, Theo. Break it down for us, bro.
Well, I think guys, you should bring a scale on the date and have her go on the scale. And if she's too many stones, she's too many kilos or pounds. Sorry, man, you got to end that date right there, because we don't deal with overweight Beckys. Just the way it is. So snow bunnies, you need to be fit, friendly, feminine, and you need to be, showing something. So I mean, if you don't got the curves, if you're too plump, you haven't been doing cardio, been doing too much fish and chips and pizza, too many pints of beer, hey, we can't deal with that. So I think the maximum weight that I've ever had with a woman for a long-term relation is 110 pounds.
58 kg?
Not 58.
Roughly.
No, it's about 54.
Damn.
Yeah, I really don't. That's about it. Somebody can look it up in the chat, like how much is 110. But I basically, if she's above 110 pounds, I don't date her. This woman is obviously over 110 pounds, so no, man, sorry, can't do that. And guys, we have to also say, if they're just too pale, it isn't going to work. So we need to bring a little bit of color, like just kind of comparison. She has to have a 10. She has to have a tan. And if she doesn't have a proper tan, no, man, we're not doing that. So she has to have some sort of color ethnic in there. You got some sort of spice, okay? So a woman like this, sorry, I know life's hard, but life's hard for men too. So if you don't have something going on there, we ain't going to date you. That's the way it is.
Absolute facts, Theo. Facts, Theo. Facts. I don't get the obsession Western chicks, brother, have with height. Height does not determine intelligence. Height does not determine your personality. Why are they so fixated, brother, on height, brother? Western, brother. When I was in Japan, I never heard a Japanese chick tell me she was a 6'5" dude or a 7 foot dude or 6 foot, and that was evident in the interviews I did. When I was in Panama, not a single chick told me about height. Brother, why are Western chicks, brother, so fixated on height, brother, in your opinion?
They're trying to compete with each other. Remember, Western women in Japan don't care. They just want you to have a pulse. They don't have any options because all the Western men are going for Japanese women. So, I mean, Japanese women will definitely date someone who's 5'5" or 5'6". So Western women want height, and they don't understand why we don't like their end count, and we won't date women with high end count. They're like, hey, I've been with like 50 men have been inside me. That should not be an issue with you. Yeah, it's an issue with me. So they don't like that about us. So I say, like, hey, live life the way it is. We can go to some place where the women don't care about height and they don't have high end counts. Can you go to a place where men don't care about your end count and they're above 6 feet tall? Let's see it.
Facts, absolute facts. Get your passport, brothers. Get your passports. Okay. All right, so next clip to react to. So Theo, the next one, right, is two clips in one, okay? And I'm not sure, I'm sure you've heard about it, but in the recent past couple of days, there's been a controversy, Theo, in regards to a black samurai called Yasuke, and he was the main character of Assassin's Creed. You heard about it over the past couple of days?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so how about we react to it? Okay, because I think it's very important that we address this as black men. All right, so let's go on with the Asian chick first. Okay, where is she? Okay, this is over here. Okay, let's go.
That the only people who are freaking out about the MCs in the new Assassin's Creed game are non-Japanese people. Like, as soon as Assassin's Creed announced who the MCs were in, like, the new game plot, I could smell the racist, unwashed ass of incels, like, trickling their way online, ready to review bomb it. And just for funsies, I went on Twitter and Reddit, and the only people that are up in arms about this are, like, the racist incels. I knew as soon as they put out Yasuke, the black samurai, I was like, oh God. Social media is going to be social media-ing, especially in the gaming community. Listen, it's AAPI month. We're only on day 17 of AAPI month. Who the hell are y'all to be up in arms about an Asian character? Honestly, I don't even know why we're upset about the MCs. Because Yasuke was a real historical person in Japan. Y'all can argue about whether or not he was a samurai. To me, he was a samurai. Assassin's Creed has always been a game where it's based on historical context. They just twist it in a fiction way. So, listen, okay? If the Japanese people are okay with it and they're not up in arms about the characters of the game, I think y'all should just shut the fuck up. Because if you're not Japanese and you're not Asian, don't speak for us. It's AAPI month, please, for the love of God.
Okay, that's an Asian woman speaking about the controversy about Yasuke, the black samurai in the game. Okay, so let me move this over here. Let's get a brother, okay, to give his 2 cents here, Theo, as we call it in America, your 2 cents. Okay, behave IP. All right, so where is it? Where's the brother? There he is. Okay.
Controversy going around about the main character of Assassin's Creed Shadows, Yasuke, because he's a black samurai and people don't like that is actually historical. So to all the people complaining about this, when has Assassin's Creed ever been historically accurate? They use historical parts, yes, but historically accurate? No. Did y'all have a problem with Yasuke being in Neo as a side character? No, you didn't. You had no problem with that because he wasn't the main character. Or what about when Tom Cruise was cast as a samurai? The dude's white. Did y'all complain about that? And all the people complaining about Yasuke being this samurai, what about Neo? What about this game? Y'all never complained about this. I just don't get why people are so mad at this. This is historically accurate. Yasuke was a samurai. It doesn't matter how he got to that point. He still was the first African samurai. Why are you so pressed about it? A lot of you guys right now are really outing yourselves. This shouldn't be a big deal. I want to see what they do with Yasuke. I want to see where his character goes. I want to see the other main character too, the Japanese woman Neo. I want to see what she does. I want to see what Yasuke does. These two could be one of the greatest two characters in Assassin's Creed history, but instead you just care, you don't like it because he's black. Like, come on guys, wake the fuck up.
Wow. So you've heard that, okay? There's a game called Assassin's Creed, right? And in that new game, there's a black samurai called Yasuke that is the main character. I did my research. Yasuke is an historical figure, right? In Japan many years ago. He's real, and he was in Japan as a samurai, okay? So black people and Japan have a long history. He was the first foreign black samurai. But people are big mad, feel that, you know, black samurai, which is real, okay, is the main character of a game called Assassin's Creed. Theo, give you a 2 cents here, brother. Break it down for us, bro. Damn.
Well, right now, as that was going on, I was looking for actual Japanese comments. So the Asian woman, she's not Japanese. That's not how a Japanese woman acts. I can tell she's not Japanese straight out. So she's talking about, well, Japanese people on Reddit. Japanese people aren't on Reddit. They're rarely there. Japanese people are rarely on Facebook. They have their own social media. So I'm like, are you checking Japanese social media or are you looking at Western? Because if you're looking at Western, then you're looking at Western standards. So I was able to do some research while that was going on. And I did look at some Japanese comments in Japanese. And for the most part, they're wondering what's going on. So,
Yeah.
and one guy was wondering, it's just like, well, it's not exactly the best thing to have a black samurai during a period of war going around killing a bunch of Japanese people. And it's not the greatest thing. But the other one were, they thought it was fine. They're like, they want to be Yasuke. They think this is a good thing. So they're not really, there's no up in arms on this. I mean, I'm going on like Google Japan. I'm doing the search in Japanese right now. I'm looking for more information. I do not see any Japanese people really going cuckoo over this at all. It's just fine. It's the people who are going cuckoo are foreigners. So it's the way it is.
Theo, why is that? But in my opinion, Theo, right? I mean, it's gatekeeping, and this proves my point, Theo, right? That image is very important. Having the black samurai as a lead camera, as a lead character of a major game is good for the image of black men, in my opinion. Okay, so brother, you know, the world sees it, particularly Japanese women see, oh, there was a black samurai, a black guy that lived with us many years ago. So black people and Japan have a connection there that's been established for many years ago, and that in turn, Theo, that gets Japanese women be more interested in black men. Well, a black guy can be a samurai, you know. So, but a lot of these dudes, right, want to have Japanese women all to themselves, you know, particularly these white dudes. Nah, in 2024, no, ain't nah. Black men and Japanese women will become one, and they will get together. You ain't gonna stop it. Feel, in my opinion, that's why they're mad, bro. That's why they're mad, bro. They want to gatekeep Japan to themselves. They want to have Japanese women all to themselves. Feel. This is why image is very important. Yasuke, okay, is great for the image of black men, and it will get Japanese women interested in black men. Ain't that right, Feel?
I wouldn't say Yasuke would get Japanese women in interested in black men. Will Smith will get Japanese interested in black men. Yeah, Jay-Z. Yeah, that'll do it. LeBron, Jordan. Yep. Charles Barkley. Something like that. Yeah, that's what they want. I mean, they like that kind of stuff. Yasuke, it would just be another samurai. That's it. He's following samurai. They're going to treat him like a samurai. They're not going to care that he's African. He's a samurai. So, I mean, when I was there, nobody ever called me Yasuke. They call me Will Smith all the time. I like that. I was like, you think I'm Will Smith? Oh, you look like Will Smith. Good. Let's go with that. All right. So, I'm just saying, like, so if they have a problem with it, I just say, go to Japan. See it yourself. I mean, you deal with it. They know that it was, well, I'm not going to say that, but that's going to be vicious. Like, so just go to Japan. That's it, guys. Do it that way.
Facts, man. Brother, this game, in my opinion, is great for the image of black men. You know, lead character of a major game, and you know, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of social impact it could have. You know, in terms of Japanese people seeing that, hey, there's a black samurai in our history. Japanese woman reading about that. You know, there's a black guy in our history. She wants to know more about black men, black culture. You know, and that in turn can lead us to getting 1 million.
Are you serious?
1 million black men over to Japan by 2025.
Are you that bro? Look, guys, you have Yasuke. He went there. He didn't do black culture. He became Japanese. He did it their way. So remember The Last Samurai? You have Tom Cruise, right?
Mm.
Tom Cruise didn't bring his culture to the samurai. He became samurai. He became like them. So he was just another samurai. That's how Yasuke is. That's it. It's just another samurai. They have plenty of them. So the Last Samurai, they never said, "Oh yeah, I want to know about white guys over this." Nah, man. They want to know about white guys because of like Elvis Presley or some rapper or something like that, like something that's cool on television. I don't. Okay, I just want to say this, guys. Japanese people that I met knew more about jazz, like Ray Charles, that kind of stuff. They knew more of it than I did. And so I was really impressed with that. So they respect Black culture, a lot of Black culture and a lot of Black like jazz and things like that. They were taught about that in schools. They were taught about that, about spirituals and how that was done in the States. Like a lot of the music in Japan, the J-pop is influenced very highly by Black culture. So they're already in it. You already have a leg up, guys. You don't have to go think about Yasuke, man. You're fine. Just go and deal with it. They just let's try to get 1,000 guys over there who actually have jobs. Let's do that. Let's start there. Okay.
Awesome. Great breakdown there, Theo. Awesome. All right. Remove from studio. Shout out to Mr. Black Muslim in the building with the support. Thank you, Black Muslim. Much appreciated, bro. This is an empire built on racism, as other colonies are. They don't want the empire to fall. That's facts, bro. That's facts. They have to keep the delusion going. It's directly tied to their power. That is facts, bro. I definitely agree with that, bro. Awesome. Great breakdown there, Black Muslim. Shout out to Mr. Pooh in the bin. What's up, Pooh? Been a minute, brother. Hope you're well. YT people. Black male protagonist, that's not a stereotype. No. Facts. If Yasuke was a gangbanger, okay, a weed head, you know, that had long dreads, that sagged these pants, that said the N-word every 5 seconds, I bet you these YT people would love it. They would not say a goddamn thing. But a normal Black guy, okay, that's a samurai, right? That is actually real. They got a problem with that. These people ain't our friends, bruv. We got, brothers. We got.
Guys, go to Japan, because when you're there, these people, they don't have a voice. Like, really, if there's a white guy there who, okay, so like, let's say there's a few white guys who have a problem that you're Black and you're dating in Japan. In Tokyo, you got over 36 million people in the metropolitan area. You're not going to see these people. They're not enough. So you were their IP. I mean, you can go extended periods of time without seeing a foreigner, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Where I'm at, I'm usually in the west of Tokyo, I don't see foreigners for weeks at a time. So I don't care. Like, I'd be with my Japanese honey having a great time. If some guy has a problem with it, I'm like, what did you say? Wait, who are you, dude? Like, you don't let them squawk. let them squawk. Eventually Japanese women will meet them and say, what's your problem? That's how the Japanese woman would be like. You're like, yeah, so you have a problem with him, with this Japanese girl, and this girl I know is happy. You have a problem with that? Like, what's your problem? The Japanese women themselves will take care of this.
Facts, bro. Okay, so next one's react to Theo. Okay, this one over here.
Question: are you fucking kidding me? Like, I am so sick and tired of just everything right now. Everyone is so quick to say, stop doing this, stop thinking like this, stop telling me I'm wrong. I have literally convinced myself at this point, based on everything that everyone's telling me, my therapist, my family, my friends, that I'm just doing everything wrong. I'm healing wrong. I'm thinking wrong. I'm training wrong. I'm doing relationships wrong. Everything I do is fucking wrong. And I'm so sick of it. Stop comparing. It's not even about comparison. Like, I genuinely just want love in my life so badly. It's literally not about anyone else. It's just about me and what I want. And being fucking over the fact that I don't have it. I feel like I have done so much work on myself. I have built a beautiful life for myself. I'm happy with my life where I'm at, my job. I'm successful. I'm independent. I'm healthier than I've ever been. I take such good care of myself. Truly, the only thing I'm missing in my life is someone to enjoy it with. And I'm so sick of waiting. Like, when is it going to be my turn? What more do I have to do to fix myself before I'm just allowed to be happy? Before I'm allowed to meet this universe soulmate person that God supposedly has for me? How much harder do I have to pray and manifest and wait? I feel like I'm being punished for something I didn't do. And I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. I don't expect a lot. I just want love in my life so bad. I want my life partner. Am I just supposed to be alone? Like, is that the message? That this beautiful life I've built for myself, like, it's just supposed to be me in it alone? Like, I know I have my dog and I love him so much, but like, I need love. All of my friends have their fiancés and their boyfriends and their husbands that they prioritize. Like, as far as I'm concerned, I've been left behind. And I really just want to find that person that matches my energy and wants to build a life with me. Is that so hard?
Break it down for us, Theo.
Well, I was talking to Chewbacca and saying, well, she built this great life. Should we talk to her? And Chewbacca told me that first, us Western men, right now, we are manifesting passports. And she needs to be aware that the bears in the forest are manifesting her. So the bears need to be respected. And if they're manifesting, these Western women, the Western women should go into the forest and comply with that manifestation. So I think there's plenty of opportunities here for bears and Western women to get together. I'm all down with that. I'm fine. But us Western men who are competent, family oriented, we're not down with Western women anymore. We're done. So we have manifested a passport, and with that manifestation, we have Maria, Junko, Jiyoung, like Tatiana, Irina. These women are coming into our lives, changing our lives, improving us, and we're happy in the relationships that we're getting into. So we have plenty of opportunities. And again, that bear, he's more than happy to be with you, honey.
Facts, Phil. Great breakdown there, Phil. So she's apparently 29, 30, okay? And I'm thinking, right, what were you doing between your prime years? The years 19 to 24, 25 are prime years for women to get the man, right, of their dreams. They have a lot of options. She's not a bad looking woman, brother. So I'm thinking, if she's 23, 24, she's at a peak. What happened there? Was she too picky, right? Was she a boss babe? Did she think she was above men? And that's a problem with Western women. So when you're past your prime years, right, I don't feel sorry for any Western woman, bro. I'll keep it real with you. Because those years are where it's very easy for women to get any man she wants. Let's keep it a stack for you. Woman that's at 22, 21, 23, 24, she can get any guy she wants. So if you're past those prime years and you're complaining, I don't feel sorry for you. Because it's hard for men to get women at those years because men are building themselves up. It becomes easier for men when they're 30, 35, 40, because it takes time for men to build wealth. Women have beauty by themselves, brother. They got beauty, right? So a woman is more beautiful when she's 22 than when she's at 32. So what the flip are women doing in their prime years, Theo? Crazy.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And you only get, this is what we call the epiphany phase. Oh yeah, shout out to Rollo Tomasi. He talks about the epiphany phase. Usually for women, it happens between 27 and 33. They start getting like this after they've wasted the best years that they had to actually get a man. I have no mercy for them whatsoever. None. And this only increases, because the next one will be hitting the wall. And then next one is, the next phase I always have is this like negotiation where she's like, yeah, I hit the wall. I'm still beautiful though. I still have some beauty. I can still make children. And she's kind of hoping. And then she hits what I call no man's land, where that's what also Kevin Samuels talked about it, where there is literally nobody. There's like the possibility of having a family just goes to zero. And you're always like, hey, you had guys lined up trying to get with you. What happened? And they always have these stories. So I'm like, I don't even care anymore. I just don't care. I don't care. How many women do I know like this? Hundreds of Western women. I will say, any Western women watching this, we don't care anymore. Again, the bear is in the forest waiting for you. I would say be with the bear. You got plenty of opportunities. We have manifested our passports. We don't care what happens with you and the bear or your life or what you do. We're done.
We're done. Goodbye. Get your passport, brothers. Facts. Absolute facts. Okay, awesome. Shout out to Mr. Black Muslim for the support. Appreciate you, brother. All those bad decisions, the desperation is getting thick, putting relationship last, post-war. This is what it looks like. Buy dog food, food stock, passport, bros. Yes, indeed. Buy those food stocks, because there's going to be a lot of chicks that are going to be lonely in the next 50 years with many dogs and cats. Shout out to Black Muslim again for the support. Appreciate you, brother. Theo manifesting passports. I fell off the couch.
I think that's true. We're manifesting passports, right? We're manifesting certifications and IT careers. But I think that manifestation of the passport, it's not that it doesn't. I believed in myself. I will have a passport. Oh, look, I've got it. Oh, wow, it works. So, ladies, whatever you're doing, I don't know. It's, I'm sure it's working. I'm the bear is getting lots of dates, so I'm sure your manifestation is working correctly.
Okay, let's skip over here.
Term for men who aren't necessarily.
So we have a westernized Asian chick throwing shots at passport bros. Let's see what she's gonna say. Okay, let's go. Move. Okay, let's go.
In Japan, there is a term for men who aren't necessarily successful with the ladies in their home country, and they come to Japan and they are really, really successful with the Japanese ladies. And this term is LBH, or losers back home. So these LBH, or losers back home, they would not slay at home like in the US, but in Japan they slay, and believe me, they slay. I know men who have a roster of Japanese women. Some of these men have been with multiple hundreds of Japanese women, and it shocked me, but now I get it. I guess if you're an Asian woman that grew up in an Asian country and is only used to seeing Asian people, maybe you are very intrigued by a white guy. So there is a difference in standards. In the US, if you were to ask who's the hottest male Hollywood actor, you'd probably hear Bradley Cooper or Brad Pitt. But in Japan, they say it's Eddie Redmayne.
Losers back home, okay? That's a very interesting term, because I'm a passport bro, but I don't see myself as a loser in any shape or form for getting a passport to deal with women that are cooperative, okay? So when I was dating in the West, okay, I was getting women left and right, okay? woman that I didn't want in many cases, right? But I was still getting woman. Okay. So for her to assume that all brothers who travel or all men who travel for women to Japan are losers back home, that's not true. Theo, so Theo, you were in Japan for a couple years, but how about we take it back in time, okay, and we assess your dating life in the West, brother. For Theo, you were getting women in the West, right? Weren't you? You're mute.
Yeah, I was getting women in Europe too. So yeah. Okay, let me give you my comments on this one real quick. Okay, first off, LBH, which she's talking, I just did a search in Japanese for Google Japan. There's no terms with this at all. Nothing. There's nothing there. So she's full of it. Second, Japanese men, largely speaking, and foreign men do not go for westernized Asian women. So in Japan. So this woman cannot get a date at all. So if there's anyone who's a loser here, it's her. She's the loser. We don't date these kinds of women. She's big. I'm telling you, compared to Japanese women, she's fat. There's no reason for us to date her at all. We would never even consider her. Japanese women are superior to this chica 100%. So if anything, she's jealous that she cannot compete with Japanese women, which is very typical for Western women. And then they start talking crap like this. Nobody cares. That's the third part. Nobody in Japan would care because the Japanese women got the guy and she's happy and satisfied. That's it. So we don't have any reason to even talk to this kind of woman. Japanese women, when, okay, again, we took over Japan, they would never call us losers back home. That's just the way it is. They know that we actually did a land invasion. We're not losers. So they just never say that. They might call you uncivilized. They might call you barbaric. They might call you uncultured. Now, that would be Japanese terms. Yeah, that would be normal that they would say that. They're like, hey, you haven't been here long enough. You don't know our system. You're a barbarian. They're like, yep, that makes sense. But what she's saying, again, this woman doesn't even speak Japanese. She's not Japanese. Japanese women wouldn't give her the time of day. Her opinion is a 0. That's the way it is.
Theo, so would you say, right, instead of her calling us losers back home, okay, and instead of her thinking that Japanese women think that we're losers back home, right, in many cases, Theo, right, Japanese women see black men, okay, Western black men, as men that are better than Japanese men. Brother, did you experience that, brother, in Japan in your days? Keep it real, Theo.
I'll try to be political here. Let's just say there are a certain number of women who really want to have a foreigner. I'll just say that. Just like in the West, there's a certain amount of Westerners who really want an Asian chick. And they may want a specific country like Korea or Thailand or something like that. There's a certain number of Japanese women who would like to have a certain foreigner from a certain country.
About if she wants a foreigner, she's definitely going to put foreign men over her own men. Does that make you a loser? I don't believe so, lady. I don't believe so. Okay?
No.
These women will do anything to try and stop men from getting their passports, try and make you feel bad for going abroad for better options. Do not fall for the tricks. Don't do it.
Hold on. I got to make a comment here. D. Frank, she is definitely not Japanese. It's easy to tell a Japanese woman. Japanese women do not act like this at all. They don't have this smile. I'm just looking at the teeth. The Japanese women don't have teeth like this. Nah, man. This is, and then the cheeks being as full as they are, yeah, man, she's overweight. Japanese women don't get this big. That's how I could tell this immediately. The hair like that with the hat, Japanese women don't have to do that. Their hair is perfect. They're not, no, this woman is a Westerner with a bad hair day.
She's potentially Americanized Japanese, but American Japanese, right?
Yeah, that's what she is. She's a ABC, American-born Chinese or American-born Korean, something like that. That's what she is. She's not even Nisei, second-generation Japanese. No, second-generation Japanese would never talk this way. No, man. This is delusional woman who's in the wrong country. She needs to leave. There's a
So
place
she
called
ain't.
yeah. Go ahead.
So she ain't Japanese in any shape or form. What about
No.
she may be Americanized Japanese? No. Okay, interesting.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I like what the one guy's saying. She's from the Bay. Yep. This is a California chick. This is a California chick who's going around thinking she knows something. No, you don't know crap. So you should see what Japanese people say about you. Like what their comments are about this kind of women. They call you lost. They call you Ronin. They call you unattached. They call you like Asians that have no purpose. That's what that's where they go after. So they're not going to respect you, honey. And especially if you're from a Chinese background, you're at the lowest level of Japanese culture. I'm serious about that. The one culture they do not like are the Chinese. So I'm sorry, honey, but you're not making it there. They know who you are. They're going to treat you accordingly.
Shout out to Phil for that breakdown. Okie dokie. All right, so remove from there. Shout out to Mr. Legend of Tensuke for the support. Yasuke was not the first black samurai. Sakanue Tamuranaro was the first black shogun of Japan, and the reason the samurai exists being that samurai was modeled after Tenma Uro's virtues during the 7th century Sengoku. Are you sure about that, Tensuke? Are you sure? That's the first time I've ever heard that name before. Interesting. I'll do some research after the stream. Thank you, bro. Shout out to Mr. Black Muslim for the support. Questioner, what about dying alone is so attracted to these kinds of women? Sitting there not getting picked, force her to make a TikTok. Break it down for us, Theo.
I that's a pretty relevant question to ask, because that's where they're going towards, and this is just pure jealousy. That's it. You get Western women. I've talked with plenty of Western women in Japan. This is how they talk. A lot of them are jealous. They can't handle it, and they're not actually understanding that that's what they're going towards, is dying alone. But the longer they stay in Japan, the more they understand that that's what their actual fate is, because they're seeing Western guys who they called corny, bad, blah, blah, blah. They're getting married, being happy, making families, and making really cute babies. That's the thing. Like in Japan, they love mixed babies. They love those guys. So that like half Japanese, half something else baby comes out, everybody all around it. They ain't talking to her. She ain't got no mixed baby. She got nothing, man. Shoot. Even her machine doesn't work for her. Nothing. She got nothing. They got no play. Nobody wants to talk with her. And so she's bitter. So wait, man. Again, if I were in Japan again and some woman talking like this, I wouldn't even laugh. Just keep on walking. Like, who are you? Huh. Oh, like, do you like the woman who's next to me? Yeah, she's pretty hot. So, yeah. You're not, honey. Western woman, you're not hot. You're just a woman. That's it.
Great breakdown. Thank you, brother. All right, present video file. Okay, so let's react to this clip over here. Okay. This one over here.
How long you been together?
2 years.
How old are you?
26.
22.
If she gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody, would you take it?
No, sir. You might get one pass, but at the end of the day, you want one wife. And this is the wife I want. So no.
Okay. Now what about you if he gave you one?
If you gave me a guilt-free pass, I would take it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Sorry.
That's crazy.
But who would you take it with?
Lindy Waters III?
Don't even know who that is. That's our problem. Yup.
Is that a man or a woman?
He's a man.
Who else?
Barry Sanders. I'm in love with him.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's whatever. Whatever. At the end of the day, I don't care.
You're happy with her as she is.
Wow. Another example of why you should never date a Western woman. Okay, so and again, it backs up my point, Phil. Right, a lot of dudes in the West love their woman more than their woman loves them, and that is a problem. Right. So this guy is so into her. Okay, he mentioned that he would not deal with another woman even though she gave him a free pass. And that's respectable, Phil. Right. When he asked her, would you deal with another guy if your boyfriend gave you a free pass? She said, yes, brother. And she named multiple guys, smiling, happy, giggling. And dude's thinking, yo, what's going on here? Her eyes are wondering. And it's only a matter of time before she steps out, Theo. I'll keep it as that, Theo. Don't date Western chicks. Right? They don't love men like that anymore. They don't. Too many guys love their woman more than the woman loves him. And that's not how it should be, bro. She had a whole list ready, brother, in her mind, Theo. She'd been thinking about it for a long time, Theo. Break it down for us, bro. What's your thoughts? You're mute.
So he should leave her immediately, learn tech, go to Japan. A Japanese girl would be thrilled to have him. Absolutely. Colombian girl would also be thrilled. So Brazilian. But I know Japanese, Thai, Philippines, they'd be totally happy. And then if he said that he would never cheat and he'd only be with her, and he said that in front of her on TV, okay, let's just say the bedroom would be really hot that night. Like she's gonna go all out that she had a guy say that about her, and she would never be so disrespectful as to say there's somebody else, and she wouldn't have any intention to be with anybody else. She wouldn't have a list, nothing like that. She'd only want to be with him. So guys, you need to go abroad. Leave this kind of chick with her dogs, cats, and boxed wine. You can do better. Do not tolerate this kind of behavior. I can't believe the age range. No, man. If you're 22 years old, take 2 or 3 years, get your Japanese good, get your IT skills good, get that visa to Japan, go to Japan, start dating there, to take a little bit of time. You will meet women that are so good, you'll forget this chica exists. I'm serious. So go do it. I would never date a woman like this. Straight up, never. Not even 10% possibility. No.
Wow. Facts, Phil. I don't know why he's dating a woman that's older than him. Particularly that gap as well. He's 22, she's 26. He should be with a 20-year-old chick, 21, 19, or he should be building himself up to his 25 and do with 20-year-old chicks, 21-year-old chicks. He needs some help, brother, some intervention. Hope he gets his passport and he sees the light. Okay, he sees the light. Okay. Next,
he needs to manifest. He needs to manifest a passport, and she needs to talk to a bear. I agree.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, next one to react to. Okay, so invite. Nope, not invite, but present video file, and let's react to this one over here. Okay.
20s is so fucking hard because I'm so content with being by myself and I'm so independent. I'm constantly taking myself out on dates. I'm doing all these things by myself that it's like, if I'm contemplating going on a date with you, it's not in competition with anybody else. You're in competition with me. It's like, would I rather spend time with you than spend time by myself? Because that's how much I love spending time by myself. And I think it's so fucking hard because I also am somebody who treats myself. So if I'm going out on a date, I'm going to an expensive dinner, or I'm going to a baseball game, or I'm going to any kind of sporting event, like a concert. I do all those things by myself. And I feel like a lot of times when men ask me to go out with them, if I think that the date is too basic, I don't want to go. And it has nothing to do with them. But it's if you're not even willing to put the extra effort on the first date, I already know we're not compatible because I am extra as fuck and I am a woman of luxury.
Wow, break it down for us, Phil. Oh my goodness.
Guys, flee in terror over this kind of woman. Don't even talk. That's it. She had so many red flags. The North Koreans went to her for additional supply. I'm serious. That was just horrible. You're in competition with her machine. Who cares? That's it. Guys, go abroad. Just it's done. These kind of women, just straight up, I wouldn't even consider. Yeah, just leave.
Theo, what I'm hearing here from these Western chicks who are established, who are in their late 20s, early 30s, who have all this money, who are boss babes, right? Theo, it sounds like Theo, right? They want to date themselves, Theo. I'll keep it real with you. They want to date themselves. They might as well, go to a restaurant, order 2 plates, right? Put the plate on the opposite end of the table and eat themselves, switching tables, switching chairs as a way of dating themselves, brother. They might as well just date themselves, Theo. I'll keep it real. Just date yourselves. Ain't that right, Theo? It's something like that, Theo, bro.
Yeah, or bears. They can date bears. I have no problem with either one. I'm fine. Date yourself, use a machine, or date a bear. That's fine. I leave men who actually want relationships, leave us alone, because we're gonna be you can't have any choice because we're gonna be using our passport, we'll be gone. So guys, use the passport, just take off. Really. I guarantee you this. What you see this, okay? Western women in Japan do not talk this way. Okay, because there's no one checking for her. So it's not that do this, you should do this, you should no. It's like, Western man, will you even recognize that I exist? Will any man recognize that I exist? That's how bad it is. So I think, she should go to Japan and, see how independent she really is.
Facts, Phil. Facts, man. Obviously it's good on her for achieving her stuff, right? But the problem is where women bring those achievements into dating. Dating is all about love, all about compassion, all about sharing, Phil, right? Sharing, all about feelings, caring for one another. When you start saying about all your assets, your cars, your established, that's where a lot of men check out. So, Theo, it sounds like these women were not raised by their mothers, to look at relationship brothers from a different lens. They're looking at it from a capitalistic perspective, brother. It's all about, what can you do for me? How much you're going to spend, and that's not how relationships should work, Theo. Right? It wasn't like this 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago. What happened, man?
So basically, as far as I'm concerned, Western women have monetized not only their beauty, but relationships, and made themselves into commodities. And they did it freely, and they're only looking for exchange of services. This is why they do very poorly in other countries, because they're not like that at all. So she doesn't have anything to offer, and nobody's gonna even entertain that kind of crap. So I say, guys, if they want to monetize themselves, that's fine. They're basically, what can I say, that in one way or another, they're a worker of the night. Either they're doing it actively or they're doing it some other way. But you see this happening time and time again. You're never going to have that. Like Japan, Ukraine, Brazil, Tanzania, stuff like that, Ethiopia, Sudan. I'm not going to have this issue. So, guys, I don't even know why. I never heard one Western woman talk this way abroad. It was more like, will you actually recognize I exist? I'm here. I'm like, no, man, I'm not going to be with you. You monetize yourself. Nah, get away.
Shoo. And that's word to Kendrick Lamar, Euphoria. If you know, you know. Okay, awesome. All right. Remove from here. Okay. Theo, you got time for 3 more clips, or do you want to wrap up, Theo?
Yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
Okay, awesome, bro. Shout out to Darren Butler for the support. Siri, play American Woman by Lenny Kravitz.
Yeah, that's a good song. That's accurate. I mean, he just said, no, he's he got a Ukrainian father. You understand what's going on.
Mm. Shout out to Kravitz is a Ukrainian name. Oh, interesting, bro. Interesting. Kravitz. I thought it was Jewish. I thought it was a J word. Okay.
It's Ukrainian Jewish.
Okay. Awesome. Shout out to Ron Suluki for the 2,000 yen super chat. You're out there in Japan, Ron. Shout out to you, brother. Ron, send me a DM on IG, brother. Let's get you on the channel for an interview. I can't remember who you are. Hope you are, brother. But send me a DM on IG, brother. It says here, I believe you. Japan has a culture of loving mixed children over the past 20 years. However, there's an underhand slight at mixed kids in their culture as well. I saw it for my kids when they were in K through 6th grade. What do you mean by that, Ron? Do you want to let me?
So he's talking. I'll say this. He's talking about what's going on in the public school systems. That's fine. I mean, I understand that. I'm okay. So the question is, do you send the kids to a public school system, or do you send them to a private school? I'm a little bougie, so I would send them to a private school and pay 3 million yen a year, or about 3.4 million yen a year to have them educated there. That crap will never happen there. That's just impossible to occur. So, but I mean, you can also send them to a normal public school. There'll be some issues with some people, but generally speaking, no, it won't happen that way.
Awesome. All right. So shout out to Mr. Duck Dissident in the building. Thank you, brother. The system, not the woman, have reserved the roles of I've reversed the roles of Western men and women. That guy's girlfriend is holding his corners in a jar. Terrible. Facts, bro. Terrible. Sad, man. It's an evil world we live in.
Well, he's desperate. That guy was desperate, and he's actually a really honest, good guy. He's just happy to have a girlfriend. That's one thing. That's why I had sympathy for him. He was just happy to have a girlfriend, and he was loyal in the way she. There's a reason why older men ain't dating you, 26-year-old. It's because the older guys were recognized that you ain't worth it. So you had to go out with a younger guy who had no clue. I'm not jealous. I feel sorry for the younger guy. That's all.
Yes, indeed. All right, brother. Let's react to this clip over here.
Oh my
What's
God.
going on?
No. You want to go super chat?
Oh wow! Shout out to Mr. Quiet Storm DJ for the $200 superstar donation, bro. Thank you, Quiet Storm. Appreciate you, brother, for the support. Wow, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. That means a lot to me, brother. Thank you, man. It's been a tough week so far. Tough Monday. Getting content for you, brothers. You know, me and Theo working on pushing out content for you, brothers. So this here definitely means a lot to me. Salute you, brother. Thank you. God bless, bro. Through IP and Theo, y'all are doing God's work out here. I'm getting a new laptop so I can learn cybersecurity through Coursera. I got to get my skill set up with a few certifications as well, so I can work remotely abroad. The data C in the West, in the US, is atrocious. Yes, indeed. Good luck, brother. Awesome.
Yeah, again, hats off to you, Quiet Storm, for doing this. However, I got a level with you. You know, we're gonna talk. So I got several of my students in the chat right now, so I have to level with you. You shouldn't be taking Coursera. It's good that you have the computer. Good. You need to be learning with us. You need to be like in my advanced security course. I teach a CISSP. I teach it for free. So you need to be in that course, but you actually need to be doing IT with us. And then we get you to a point where your security is relevant. So I would say go study with IP here. Join his Patreon. Join when his next class starts. Go join him. But then you need to be in my class as well, and you'll actually get to a real security level. Coursera, man, it's like Udemy. That's all you're doing is Udemy. I use Udemy as materials to learn something. It's not the end all. So what I'll teach you is actually how to get a proper certified, how to get a proper certification like the CISSP or SAA or cloud professional cloud architect with GCP, something like that. I'm gonna get you something that's real and hard. So please contact us. There's plenty. If you want to talk with people in the chat, several of them are our students. Contact us. Let us work with you, especially if you're gonna be putting that kind of money down. Looks like you're serious. Let us work with you so you can get the results that you want. All right.
Awesome. Salute to you, Quiet Storm DJ. Appreciate bro for the support. Salute. Thank you, bruv. Awesome. All right. Present video file. Okay. So let's react to this over here. I want to hear your thoughts on this actually.
A man can have sex with multiple people. A woman can't. And let me tell you why. Women are nurturers. We act based on emotion. If a woman cheats, it's 30 times worse than if a man were to do it. Because a man can love one woman 100%. He can, that will be like his queen. Like literally will treat her like the queen. But he can have sex with multiple women and not feel anything for them.
So your man sleeps with other women.
I've come to terms with that. But it's just not socially accepted. But it's not okay for a woman to do it.
So you don't?
No, absolutely not. I am provided for. I'm taken care of. He gives me everything I need. Whatever. I mean, I just ask for him to be safe.
So wrap it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Just be safe.
You know what? I agree with that. Okay. Men and women are different. So when a man sleeps with multiple women, okay, it doesn't mean he loves all of them, okay? But when a woman sleeps with multiple men, there are feelings involved. Women are very emotional creatures. So I am actually for polygamy, So, if brothers want to have multiple wives, multiple girlfriends, I am cool with that. What I'm against, right, is women engaging in polygamy. Women should only be committed to one man. Men can be committed to multiple women, okay? But in my opinion, most men only have love towards one main chick in most cases, okay? Men and women are different. Men and women are different, okay? So a lot of women try to be men by sleeping around, having multiple girlfriends, multiple boyfriends, okay? But that ain't the case. Women will never be men, okay? So when men do it, okay, it's okay, providing it's safe and you know what you're doing. But women should never engage with sleeping with multiple men, in my opinion, okay? What's your thoughts here, Theo?
My thought basically is that, yeah, that's true. Yeah, on a personal level, I only want one woman. I've always been that way.
A man can have.
I'm intense towards one. I don't want to have more than one. I'd rather just be like crazy about one. It does have, men can do this as a recreation, which is definitely true. But for the most part, man, yeah, one's just the way it is. But we definitely have guys in the class who have more than one. That's definitely true. So as long as you can afford it and you have time for it, okay, that's the way it is. Women can't really do this on an emotional level. I definitely agree with you as well. Women keep on trying to show that they can, and they become like Jenny from Forrest Gump. That's all that happens in the end. So that's it. But again, for me, I only want one. That's it.
If you're, I'll give you my honest opinion. If you're right, if men want to engage with multiple women, I would rather men marry multiple wives and just have a rotation of 5 wives and smash them instead of smashing 20 women, 50 women, running through chicks, because that's how Western culture was spread. This hookup culture. I mean, we don't want hookup culture to spread to countries that are quite conservative, okay? So if you want to have multiple chicks, right, wife them all up. Make them your wives, And there is a particular person that is in our classes that has done that, and I respect him for that, Okay, he's willing to have multiple wives and look after them. That is what I want to see. You know, wouldn't you agree, Theo?
Yeah, I would agree with that. As long as that's, again, fine. If everybody's cool with it, I mean, I get that. But me, nah, man, I just want one woman a lot. That's it. I'm more into one, but yeah, I know the guy and he's doing very well. So okay.
Yeah, right, Theo. I bet you one day if you had a 24-year-old Japanese chick and a 24-year-old Slavic chick, you'd wife them both at the same time, Theo. Keep it real,
No,
Theo.
no. When I was with my Japanese wife, I didn't even look at other women. I wasn't even tempted. I had no. I only thought about her. That's it. Um, I was very happy with her. But I was kind of like that 22-year-old in the previous clip. I just don't. Once the ring is on, I'm usually all in. That's it. Before the ring comes on, if I'm then of course my eyes are wandering. That's very true. But once I'm in marriage, I said I'm done. Again, that's my personality. I'm not like everybody else. I'm fine. I'll do multiple languages, multiple companies. I have multiple houses. I've got 2 dogs, but I love to have a lot of kids. I only want one wife. That's it.
Shout out to Theo, the legend in this space. Awesome. All right, let's go for the last 2 clips. Removed from studio. Shout out to Black Muslim again for the 5th time tonight. Thank you, bro. Much appreciated, bro, for the support. I disagree. I treat all my women like queens, and I'm faithful to all of them. That's what I want to hear, brother. So I respect that, bro. You know, and I think you're a great example, brother, for the polygamy movement. So well done there, brother. We've been in a possible space. Okay, so let's react to this one over here. Video file. Okay, let's react to this one over here, Theo. Okay. Let's react to this one over here. Okay.
A man's baby just to have a man's baby. If a man wants me to have his baby, I have 2 requirements. You're going to get a tattoo of my face on your body because it's a body for a body. My body's going to change forever. Your body's going to change forever. And my push present is either a car or a house, preferably both, but I definitely want a tattoo of my face on the father of my child's body, preferably stomach, because my stomach is going to look different after a baby. So your stomach should look different too.
Wow, one more time for the culture.
I'm just not going to have a man's baby just to have a man's baby. If a man wants me to have his baby, I have 2 requirements. You're going to get a tattoo of my face on your body because it's a body for a body. My body's going to change forever. Your body's going to change forever. And my push present is either a car or a house, preferably both, but I definitely want a tattoo of my face on the father of my child's body, preferably stomach, because my stomach is going to look different after a baby. So your stomach should look different too.
Break it down for us, Theo.
For the love of God, the Bears can't arrive soon enough. Honestly, please, guys, use your passport. I can't believe I just listened to that. Honestly, that was so horrible. That was just so bad. Guys, don't even deal. Leave that to the Bear. Leave the Bear. Manifest a passport and leave. Done. That's all I can say. That was so horrible. Oh.
I'm trying to flip back, right, and see, and go for the top-notch foreign chicks that are very popular within the passport space. Japanese chicks, Colombians, Brazilians, Peruvians, Chileans, etc., right? I can't imagine any woman of those nationalities, brother, right, saying such a crazy statement like this, that the fact that she got pregnant and her stomach is currently big or whatever, which is natural, that she wants a guy to get a tattoo of her on his own stomach because her body will change. That is some low IQ thinking. That is sub-zero low IQ thinking. And these kind of women are prevalent within Western culture. So do you see why we're passport bros? Do you see why we got our passports? Because she can be, a woman you're dealing with, and she's thinking like that. Why?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's just so bad. She's, it's just, I can't even comment It's I see guys just go. That's just it. Don't even deal with this. You deserve so much better. Why you would ever, dude, if you were okay, uh, Japanese women have this or that problem, but when she makes your kid, she's gonna go to you and she's gonna be like so happy that you did this, and she's gonna be like, I love our child, and she's just gonna be thrilled for this. And then after she recovers, a while, of course, normal, she's gonna look at you and say, "Hey, look, I want another one." Okay, and that's what she's gonna be doing is talking about the kids. She'll be talking about how happy she's gonna be with the kids. And then she's going to be, when the kids go to school, she's going to make sure they're properly educated. She's going to be involved. She's going to be making sure that the kids are going to special activities, that they're growing properly, they're being loved and nurtured properly. Go for that. This kind of woman you're seeing here destroys brain cells. Don't even entertain. Just go. That's it. Dude, this is a single mother in training, man. I guarantee you, a Pookie's gonna smash that and make her into a single mom. That's it, man. That's just horrible.
Get your passport, brothers. Get your passports. Okay. All right. So next one to react to, move from studio. Okay. So this one here, Mr. Theo F. Okay. So let's react to. Okay. I want to react to this one over here. Let's see. Hold on, Phil. So let me double check what this was. Give me see. There's two ones. There's two I have, right? But I don't know. I'll react to one more left. Give me a second, please. Let me see here. So what was this one? Okay. Let's react to this one over here. Okay. Present video file, and this one over here.
22.
What's your age?
24. 22.
If I was your man, what would I need to pay for you?
Pay for? Nothing. Nothing.
So you're not expecting me to pay for dates if we went out?
Expect? I don't have expectations for anybody.
I also don't have expectations.
I do think it shows character.
Actions, yeah, definitely. It's not about the money. It's just about like how you treat us.
So I could be your boyfriend and not be able to afford taking you out on dates, and you'd still stick it with me through thick and thin.
If you're a good person, that's all that matters.
If the chemistry's there.
There's some people with loads of money and they treat their girlfriends like shit, so.
Does that mean I don't have to pay for your hair or your nails either?
No, I've never had somebody pay for my hair and nails.
Me neither.
So for a first date, if I said, let's just go for a walk in the park, you'd be fine with that too?
Yeah.
I prefer a walk in the park than a dinner for the first date.
Definitely. I think it's more casual and laid back, and you can actually get to know the person.
Listen, as long as you're waking up every morning and going to work, that's the kind of man I need.
Oh wow, Theo, hold on, Theo, is there a great awakening happening, brother? Are Western women now seeing the error in their ways, Theo? Are they now seeing that they have been flawed in their thinking for all these years, and now they want to change their way of life and thinking, Theo? Theo, should we stop being passport bros, Theo, and now date women like this in the West, Theo? Hold on, Theo. When I hear this, Theo, right? Do I need to be a passport bro anymore, Theo? I don't think I do, brother. Whoa, what's this? Do we need a passport anymore, Theo? What's going on? Break it down for us, bro.
Yes, you need a passport because these two are Latinas. So you need to go to the country that they came from. It's obvious that they had a Latina mother who was not born in the West, and they have that influence. That's why they think this way. You go abroad, you will meet women like this day in, day out. I have never paid for anything for a woman before engagement. Zero. Literally zero. I mean, I paid for dates, but that was it. I didn't have to. Because these women right here, these are actually independent women. This is how women are abroad. They can take care of themselves. And they don't talk about it. Being independent is normal. They can financially take care of themselves. They don't need another man's money, and they're looking for what they can receive in terms of love and affection and actual real relationship values, like these women are, this is what you get abroad. So, guys, go abroad. I have never paid for a woman's nails, rent, hair, anything else abroad. It just doesn't happen until the engagement happens. When the engagement happens, then that's when my financial comes in. Until then, no,
Theo,
man.
mm.
No.
So Theo, basically, right? So if you're dating a foreign chick, right, and that foreign chick, you're living in Japan, Theo, right, and this foreign Japanese chick asks you to pay for her nails and her hair, what will you do then? And she's not wifey, she's just a girlfriend.
I'd wake up from my nightmare. Because obviously that's a nightmare. I'm sleeping. That would be literally impossible. Like, I can't even conceive of one Japanese woman asking to pay her nails and that no. And
Colombian, Brazilian, foreign chick asks you, can you pay for my nails and hair? Is that the time when you're gonna dump her, or will you, anywhere, brother? So maybe in Brazil and Colombia, you're dating a foreign chick, brother, and she asks you to pay for her nails and her hair. Will you dump her, or will you pay for it? And you're not married, bro.
I'd wake up from that situation as well. No Brazilian or Colombian has ever asked me for that. I can't conceive of it. I'd be like,
But
what
if
happened?
she did, though, what would you do?
Wake up. I'm obviously dreaming. That's impossible. That I would. Okay, if she said, "I want you to be a space alien," I would more readily be. I'd be ready for that request than for me to pay for anything for her. Straight out. Like I can't even conceive of this. This is why when Western women say they want the men to pay for all this stuff, I'm in shock. Because I'm like, you're supposed to be able to take care of yourself. You have all these rights. You got all these opportunities. You want me to pay for what? Are you serious? You'd never have that abroad. Her taking care of her hair and stuff, that's a part of her identity, her pride in herself. She'd never ask me to anyone to pay for that. It's inconceivable. No, man. This is some crazy crap. So guys, you don't, man. No, man. No, don't even be thinking. These women abroad are, these women you're seeing here, this is what you see normally abroad. Very normal. And even Japanese women, I don't know how many times I talk to them, they say the same thing. You can date a rich man who treats you like crap. I don't want that.
Awesome. Okay, Mr. Theo, thank you very much for your time. I know you need to drop off, Theo. Do you have any closing statements, brother? If I open up the phone lines and speak to my fellow people.
You got one more super chat from the guy. We have to make a comment on that.
Oh, yes, we did. Oh, wow. Shout out to Quiet Storm again, DJ, for the $50 super chat. Thank you, bro, for the kind donations for tonight, brother. Much appreciated, bro. I'd love to learn from both of you out there on IP. My work schedule is a bit crazy, though, so my time is very limited. I would need to connect with you later. Okay, brother.
So, yeah, please do. Again, get in contact with IP, and from IP, you can get in contact with me. But definitely get it into IP's Facebook group. Come talk to us. We'll definitely talk with you. Again, we got plenty of guys who are making money, who are passport bros. We have plenty of examples of this. We'll help you to get out. All right. So you will avoid any kind of situation like this. You will never have this. This is some crazy, man. Man, those clips were horrible, man. Shoot. I mean, it ended a little bit positive, but it's so there was so much destruction and chaos through that, man. Shoot. I'm gonna snuggle up with Chewbacca tonight, man. He's gonna, Chewbacca, help me, man. Can't believe these broads. Get me out of here, bro. Anyway, let's go. We gotta end it. Again, thank you for having me on here. Had a great time. I think these are good clips. I think this is good conversation. Guys, again, I'm watching the chat as things are going on. If you're talking about working in Japan or yourself or anything, you're talking about a career, you need to be devoted and not just thinking about the entry level, how to get a job, but you really need to be thinking, how do I become a professional in that area? So when I was starting my job in data center, and I didn't even have my CCNA with Cisco, but what books do I have? I've got CCIE book, right? That's because I was going for my CCIE. I was going to be a network engineer, the best one I possibly could be. So I was aiming high. And now what I'm telling you guys is, sure, you get the entry level job, but aim high. Go for it. Because if you can get $150,000 a year, why would you be so easily satisfied with 60,000? That doesn't make sense. So in our groups, we not only educate you, but we try to change your thinking. Go for it, guys. Have that life. Go for it. You can do it. We're here to support you. And we've been there ourselves. We've been successful. We've been working in our industry for a long time. And we want you as a Black man to be successful as well. So again, work it. We're going to help you. And let's see this out together. IP, great stream. I know you're going to broadcast for a while more. I'm going to go to sleep. This was a great stream. I had a great time. Hope to see you next week.
Take it easy, brother. Peace out, brother. Thank you much appreciate, Theo. Peace, bro. Awesome. So, brothers, great live stream. Hope it's inspired you to continue your IT journey. Like I mentioned, June or July Python course for new students. Okay, so look out for that very soon. Okay, I'll be taking in new students and teaching you Python from an interactive session. Okay, I'll be teaching you directly, so look out for that. And of course, keep your head up. Keep thriving, keep moving forward. And y'all got this, man. Believe in yourselves. Okay. So. Okay. I'm International Passport. Where's everyone listening from? If you want to come on the channel for an interview, okay, here is my Instagram. Okay. Any country you want to share with the brothers on the Patreon, hit me up on Instagram. Okay. Make sure you go and follow me on Rumble too. Okay, I'm on Rumble. Please follow me on Rumble. So here's my Rumble account. I suggest you follow me on Rumble. Okay, here is my Rumble account within the chat. Okay, my Reddit page is also open. Follow me on Reddit, the Discord as well. So everything is within. Let me post my link tree. Okay, link tree has everything for y'all to follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, man. I post on Twitter quite often. Okay, so please follow me on Twitter. You're gonna love my tweets, and make sure you retweet my tweet. You support. It's we need to get the passport bro movement out there. Okay, so have a great week ahead, brothers. Shout out to Theo Waff, the legend. Shout out to all you brothers. Let me open up the phone lines actually, real quick. Let's go on for another 10-15 minutes. Open up the phone lines. So you want to call in to chime in about Japan. If you're currently in Japan or etc. Call in, but call in. If not, if no one calls in within the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna end the stream and I'm gonna get some peaceful sleep. Very peaceful sleep. Okay, let me pin this to the chat. Get the likes up too, man. Like the stream. That'd be greatly appreciated. We got over 120 people watching. Let me put the live stream link there in the chat. Pin message. Awesome. So I'm gonna give you 5 minutes to call in. Let me get some water, man. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh Master, traveling east. Hey IP, need another Mongolia stream. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I will work on that. I will work on that. Um, a bit hard because hidden gem, not many brothers go there, but I will do my best to get that for you. Okay. It's survival. Survival. I think somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. I don't see no fire. It's survival. Tell me you're gonna stop me. I come for enough. That's still cover my heart. You ain't gonna say. Shout out to Mr. Mark for the support. Much appreciated, bro. I'm convinced with Japan, I can teach passport bros how to trade crypto. Add me to the list. Got you, bro. Got you, brother. No problem. We'll get that set up, brother. Much appreciated for the support. Get the likes up, man. Yeah, shout out to Theo. Get those likes up, man. Get those likes up, man. Another 5-10 minutes. Any callers? Any callers? If not, maybe we'll have a great week ahead. A blessed week ahead. It's survival. Survive. And somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. I don't see no fire. Shout out to Ronin, Superstar Mod in the building, man. Join the Patreon too. Join the Patreon. What kind of content would you like to see on the Patreon? Okay. Give me some ideas. I'm working on some new ideas for the Patreon. But what kind of content would you like to see on the Patreon? Okay. It's survival. Survival. I think somebody's lying. Somebody's lying. I don't see no fire. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Ronan. Go and join the Patreon, brothers. Exclusive content on there. So, who's here, man? Who's here? Shout out for the support, man, for this stream, man. Much appreciated, man. Shout out to Mr. Echelon Fox for the support. Appreciate you, brother. Much appreciated for the $10 super chat. Thank you, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, send me some links, please, Tensuke. I'm definitely interested. I had no idea we had a black samurai not named Yasuke. Yo, so black people been in Japan, bro. That's incredible. You know, and that's what I'm saying. That black men and Japanese women belong together. You know, actually, I think Japanese women should be black women. Actually, I know that sounds crazy, but I feel like Japanese chicks, right, are meant to be black women. You know, press one in the chat if you agree with me. You know, should Japanese women actually be black women? you know, because I feel like black men and Japanese chicks, right? They belong together. Okay, they were meant to be together. You were right, bro. He is the first shogun. Interesting. People say Yasuke. People say Tumamaro. This is awesome, bro. So there's a TV show called Shogun. Hopefully, we see Yasuke and Shogun. You know, in Hawaii, you see a lot of black men with Japanese wives and girlfriends. Whoa, bro, is that the case? Damn. Shout out to you, Prime Very. We gotta catch up, bro. We gotta catch up, bro. It's been a minute, brother. So, brother, you're seeing black men with Japanese chicks and girlfriends. That's good, bro. That is very good. Okay. So Japanese women in Hawaii are checking for brothers. That's what I'm saying, bruv. Damn. I want to get 1 million black men to Japan and Hawaii then. Okay. All right. So let's say there'll be no callers. So I'm gonna end the stream in 3 minutes. If you want to support the channel, now's the time to do so. That'd be great. So it says here, Prime VA says, yeah, black men tend to get love from Polynesian and Asian women here. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Damn. Brother, Polynesian, brother, so brother, what about half white, half Polynesian chicks, half Asian, half Polynesian chicks, brother? Are they checking for brothers? And Prime VA, do we got to do a new stream this year about Hawaii, brother? Do you want to come on the channel and do a stream on Hawaii, bro? It's up to you, bro. Is it worth doing a live stream? Bro. Is it worth doing a live stream, brother? Damn, Polynesian chicks. Ooh, Lord. That peanut butter brown skin, that long black hair, that light tanned skin, those hazel brown eyes. I need that, bruh. I need that, bruh. God damn, bruh. I need that ish right there, bruh. I need that ish right there, bruh. Ooh, yes, indeed. Prime VA, send me a DM. What the fuck? Send me a DM on IG, bro. I think we got to do a we got to do a live stream on what's it called? Hawaii, you know. We got to do that, bro. Okay, and send me a DM on Instagram, brother. Send me a DM on IG, brother. Okay. So What kind of content do you want on the Patreon? Let me know in the live stream chat, brothers. Okay. What kind of other content do you want on the Patreon? We got the explicit, X-rated content. What other content do you want to see on the Patreon? I think somebody Indian woman, pass. But I mean, apart from woman, you know, I'm trying to get some new ideas for the Patreon. I think somebody lying. I don't need no fire. Okay, awesome, bro. How about more investment videos on Patreon? Also, when it comes to look, okay, brother. Yep, I got that, brother. So I can do crypto stocks. Yep, that's fine, brother. Noted. Let me make a note of that, brother. Okay, so investment videos on Patreon, crypto, and stocks. So, brothers, go and join my Patreon, okay, please. I will be giving some stocks, you know, Intel, Patreon Intel, okay, for you brothers to, and also IT Intel. So IT crypto stocks are coming on the Patreon. So please go and join my Patreon, okay? So Patreon link is in the live stream chat right now. So, okay, please go and join my Patreon, okay? Please go and join my Patreon, okay? Join the Patreon. So when it comes to looks, who are you picking? Japanese or Burmese? Oh, that's tricky, bro. So that's very tricky. I'm gonna go with Japanese. I don't have much experience with Burmese chicks, brothers. I'll be real with you. I don't even think I've met one before in my life, you know? So I'm gonna go with Japanese, bro. Based on what I know, I don't have any much intel on Burmese chicks. If I'm being honest with you, brother. What else would you like to see on the Patreon, brothers? What else? Okay, I can do travel intel too. Travel intel. Okay. How about best currency exchange to stock money abroad? Okay, yep. Okay, brother. That's a good point. Best, so more finance stuff. That's cool. I got you on that, brothers. I got you on that. Let's see. Food intel, okay. Food intel. Food intel. Currency intel. Okay, got you, brothers. Okay. Foreign woman. Yep, I got you, brothers. I got you. So make sure you join the Patreon, brothers. Join the Patreon. There's a lot of interesting content coming your way. Let's see here. More couple interviews. Okay, got you. More couple interviews. Couple interviews. Okay, gotcha. Couple interviews. Okay. I'm reading through the chat. I am not checking for Indian women. Nah. I ain't checking for them. Ways to travel remote. Okay, got you. Yes, okay. Awesome. Okay. Any more ideas for the Patreon that you brothers want? I'm going to end the stream in roughly 12 minutes or 5 minutes. Great stream. Great stream. Okay, yeah, world news, got you. Brothers, please join the Patreon, okay? You know, you can join the diamond tier, you can join the whatever tier, just join the Patreon, okay? We got over 90 people watching, over 80 people. Join the Patreon, okay, brothers? Let me see here. If I put in here. Put in here. Okay. Equipment. Yep, got you. Okay. Great stream. If you want to support, hit the super chat. Hit the PayPal donation too. But make sure you join that Patreon. Join the Patreon, man. Show me some support and join the Patreon. A lot of intel is coming on the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Okay? Intel is coming on the way. Okay? You have unlimited access to travel intel that we can't speak on YouTube. Okay? Unlimited intel. Okay? Intel about Japanese women in the bedroom, Swedish chicks. That is a lifetime intel that is available to you. Okay? It will never go away. So go and join the Patreon. Okay? And support the channel, the movement. There's over 100 videos on the Patreon. There's over 100 videos on the Patreon, and there's more intel coming on text, intel on countries, intel on investments. Crypto is on the way, so go and join the Patreon. Okay, right? Go and join it. Okay, you have access to many videos. Okay, awesome. Shout out to Popeye's Chicken and Sandwich Murder. IP, why do you worship East Asia? I don't worship East Asia, bro. I don't worship East Asia, bro. I've touched upon every continent: Africa, Middle East, Europe, South America, even North America, Central Asia, East Asia, North Asia. I don't worship East Asia, bro. I've been Panama, I've been Germany, I've been Morocco, Portugal, etc., etc. I don't worship East Asia, bro. That's not true in any shape or form. That is not true. Okay, I do not worship East Asia. I worship no one but God Himself. Okay, and Jesus Christ. I don't worship East Asia. Yeah, we just did a stream on Brazil. Facts. I did a stream on Brazil. Let me check my archives. Right, I did a stream on Brazil. Brazil. What's it called? Brazil, Nicaragua, Nigeria. And bro saying I worship East Asia. Bro, I just did Nigeria, Nicaragua, Brazil, Kuwait, Morocco, Morocco again, Ghana. Bro, what you mean, bro? Join the Patreon, okay? What you mean? I worship East Asia, bro. What you mean? I got all the continents locked down. Okay. So I don't know. I don't know what you mean, bro. Shout out to Mr. Popeye's Chicken and Sandwich Murder again for the support. You're definitely keen for Japan and undermined the bad of the Middle East, even though Islam is extremely anti-black. So brother, so we did Saudi Arabia last month, UAE last year, okay, and I spoke about the good and bad of every Middle Eastern country, right? The other day we spoke about the bad about Afro Latinas in Brazil. Okay, so I do not tiptoe right around any intel that could be negative towards brothers. I address it, bruv. Okay, never have I undermined the bad of the Middle East. I've never done that, bro. Go and watch my Middle Eastern stream, bruv. I don't know where you got that from, bro, but that is not true in any shape or form. Yes, I'm keen on Japan because I've been there myself, and it is a society I want to get more black men involved in. Okay, I want more black men to be taking Japan extremely seriously. Okay, extremely seriously. Okay, awesome. Yeah, bro, we gotta do Belgium, Angola, and Albania. Facts, bro, facts. Facts, man. Anyone been to Angola and Albania or Belgium? Anyone been there? Reach out to me, please. Look at that. He says his pops was in Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi, and they loved him. So so you tell me they loved your dad, brother, in Abu Dhabi and Saudi Arabia. There you go, bruv. There you go. You know. And if you get a job out there in the Middle East, you get tax-free jobs out there. Senior Middle East. I'm about to wrap up in 2 minutes. IP still missing Pakistan and Bangladesh. Ain't no brother been to those countries, bro. Ain't no brother thinking about no black guy is waking up one day and saying to himself, I want to go to Bangladesh and Pakistan. It's gonna be impossible to find a brother that's been out there. I'll keep it real with you, bro. But if I can find it, yeah, I'll do it. I'll do an interview, bruv. I'll do an interview. I will definitely do an interview. I will definitely do an interview. Let me check my Discord server. Let me check my Discord. If you're not on the Discord, you're missing out. Let me check my Discord. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see the Discord. We had a lot of new people join the Discord today. We got 3 new joiners. That's great. Okay, so let me see here. I got my mod in the Discord, Dark Ronin. Shout out to him. Yo, Discord's lit, man. So I think I might do a voice call this week. What's up? Think I might. Think I might. Do I have a voice channel on the Discord? Yes, I do. Think I might do a voice call, voice chat this week. Let's see here. Super easy approach. Yeah, y'all saw me approach that damn Japanese chick. You know, that's how it is in Japan, bro. Walk up to her, you know, spit game. The dark secrets of Japanese chicks. So thing is, right, people are saying Japan, you know, the dark secrets about Japan. I know where to go to in Japan, okay, to, you know, get you know, a wifey Japanese chick. I have been long in Japan to know where to go to not date a 3 or 4. Now, I won't tell it on the stream, obviously, because I don't want a bunch of low IQ pookies to ruin it. But if you book a consultation with me or whatever, or if I'm talking to you one-on-one, okay, I can give you all that intel about where to go to and how to spot wifey in Japan. It's extremely easy, but I won't give that secret source away, okay? Are you on the voice chat in the public Discord? Dot Ninja. Maybe I'll do that later this week if I have some time. I'll jump on the voice chat in the public Discord. We'll get everyone in there to speak about whatever. But that should be interesting, okay? That should be lit. Discord. Can y'all also follow me on Rumble too? So join the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Okay. Join the Patreon. Please join the Patreon. Please follow me on Rumble. You know, y'all gotta support me more, man. Okay. I need the support because it's not easy streaming at 4:30 a.m. at this time. Okay. So I'm on Patreon. Follow me on Rumble too. If you're not on Rumble, create an account on Rumble. Okay. Here is my Rumble account in the chat. Okay, I'm on Rumble, so please follow me on Rumble. Okay, Rumble Patreon in the chat. Here's my Rumble account, and here's my Patreon on the screen. Let me check my Rumble. Yep, we got some brothers on Rumble watching. We got one brother watching on Rumble. That's awesome. That's awesome. Shout out to my Rumble brothers. I'm about to end this stream in 5 minutes. I'm about to end this stream in 5 minutes. In 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. I'm working on that Belgium intel. I'm working on it. I am working on that. I'm working on that. Python class opens up in June or July, bro. Okay, I got you, Ronin. Let me check that out. Let me see. Awesome. Take it easy, brothers. Peace out. Have a good week ahead. And I'll see y'all soon. Peace and stream.